I was talking for about 5 minutes before I started this. I already thought I was live, but yeah, obviously not. But yeah, we'll talk some boxing. Good weekend of fights. I thoroughly enjoyed this weekend's worth of boxing. We'll shoot some shit and yeah, let's wait for a few people to get in, and we'll go from there. We'll go from there. But yeah, man, Kovalev Yard, very good fight. A much better fight than I anticipated. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. ABC Def is already in the building. What's going on, man? How you doing? How's it going? Been a beautiful weekend over in the UK. Sunny, you know, talents everywhere, pussy everywhere. It's been a good weekend, man. And it's a bank holiday as well, so we get Monday off. So what's not to like? What's not to like? Yo, Thomas in the building. What's going on, Thomas? How you doing? Apologies if I sound a bit coldy. I've just yeah, hay fever's been, you know, kicking me in the balls today. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Yo, Box in the building as well. What's going on, Box? How you doing? Yeah, man, nearly there. We're nearly there. 2,000 subs around the corner. Anybody new here, you know, smash that sub button. Oh yeah, ABC. Kovalev's jab is elite. His jab is right up there with the best in the world. I can't really think of anybody who's got a better jab right now than Sergey Kovalev. There's a lot of variety to the jab. Jabs to the body, jabs to the head. I like how he sets up that jab. He varies the power on the jab. Just a very educated fighter, especially on the outside, is Sergey Kovalev. Very educated fighter. And his 1-2-1 combination is a beautiful combination. It really is, where he'll jab, he'll throw the right hand, and he'll come back with another power jab. That's a beautiful combination. Beautiful combination. But yeah, that's that's his best punch. Everything for Kovalev comes off that jab. It's always been that way, and yeah, happens to be the punch that finished Anthony Yarde. But yeah, Yarde, you know, put up a good fight. Did better than I expected, so yeah, he can come again as well. But yeah, Kovalev, just a bridge too far right now for Anthony Yarde. Far too good, far too skilled. Yo, ABC, that's a great shout. Kovalev versus Usyk, Beterbiev winner has to happen next. I agree. That's a beautiful fight. That's the fight we really, you know, we really need that fight. These light heavyweights need to unify. We need to see an undisputed champion, and there's great fights to be made. Bivol there as well. You know, Kovalev Bivol is another fight I'd love to see. Beautiful. Kovalev versus Bivol would be a great boxing match to watch. You know, technically, that's a great fight on the outside. It's a great fight. But yeah, Kovalev, he's got options: unification fights or Canelo. I've got a feeling he'll go down that Canelo route, to be quite honest. But we'll see what happens with him. But yeah, I enjoyed his performance. I enjoyed the fight. I enjoyed the card. I just caught up on Ilunga Makabu versus Alexei Papin. That was a really good fight. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I felt Makabu did enough to win that fight. I felt he got the job done. Makabu now coming off a couple of good wins since his Bellew loss. You know, Makabu, he's on the verge of a title shot, I guess. But yeah, really good card in Russia. I really enjoyed it. Yo, Unrivaled in the chat. What's going on, man? I just seen that video you uploaded about Luis Ortiz. I've not watched it yet, but the title made me lol. Honestly, it made me laugh out loud. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, ABC. Makabu Papin was very good. Really enjoyed it. Again, the Cruiserweight division delivering great fights. We've said it before on this channel. In terms of entertainment value and bang for buck, there's no better division than the Cruiserweight division. I still stand by that. I still stand by that. The Cruiserweight division, man. Great division. Great division. And we have Dorticos versus Briedis to look forward to. That's a beautiful fight, man. Violence. That's what I like. You know, that's what the Cruiserweight division brings. Violence, aggression, power, and boxing skills. You know, there's a lot of good technicians at Cruiserweight. You know, Briedis is still there, for example. Very good boxer. Very good boxer. Yeah, I watched that video in a minute. Yeah, the title got my attention right away. I thought it was serious to start with, but yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, what's up, Lewis? How you doing, man? Long time supporter. Shout out to Lewis. Most of you guys are the regulars here, the faithful, that's what I'll call you from now on, the faithful. Yeah, what's up, Bazza Boxing UK? How you doing? Yeah, exactly, Yard. How do I beat the jab? Tunde, Lions in the camp. Exactly. Exactly. Lions in the camp. Dear. I made a video about Yard maybe having to change trainer. Obviously, Tunde's got him so far, but I think Anthony Yarde is fighting in the totally wrong style, if I'm being completely honest. The analogy I gave was, listen, first and foremost, Anthony Yarde is a guy who took up boxing extremely late. He took up boxing at 19 years old. And here we have Tunde getting Anthony Yarde to fight in the most difficult style to master, the shoulder roll. You know, it's okay if you've had a great amateur background and you're trying that style. Even then, it's hard to master. But for a guy who started boxing at 19 with 12 amateur fights, that sounds ridiculous to me. It's like teaching a dude. You know, it's like you know when you're learning to drive. It's like learning to drive in a Maserati. You're going to wrap that car around a tree, and that's what happened with Kovalev Yarde. He fought in the wrong style. That shoulder roll is not for him. Yarde should really fight to his strengths, his size, his aggression, his power, and his physicality. That's what he should, you know, base his style around. And when we saw in round 7 and 8, when Yarde got behind that high guard and walked Kovalev down, he had success because he actually fought to his strengths, not behind that poxy shoulder roll where he's eating right hands and eating jabs. The shoulder roll is not for Anthony Yarde. He doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have the body type. He doesn't have the skill set. Anthony Yarde should look at someone like Arthur Abraham, because I think that's the style where Anthony Yarde could have success. Nice, high, tight high guard, big, thick forearms, blocking shots, and picking your spots coming forwards. That's what I think Anthony Yarde should do. That's how I see Yarde. Well, that's how I think Yarde will be most effective. But you know, that's just my opinion. Ultimately, I'm not a boxing coach, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Yo, Ness Mendoza, what's going on, Ness? Mr. G6, yo, what's up? What's up, man? Yeah, I agree, Bazza. I think Yarde should really, you know, maybe consider changing trainer, because there's some good raw potential there. He's not a great technician by any means. He's not, but there's raw potential. That's what I will say. He's not like a standout prospect or anything like that. But with the right trainer, maybe you could do something with Anthony Yarde. Lewis Hurley, he wants to see Alexander Usyk versus Alexander Povetkin. I'd love to see it. That's a great test for Usyk. That's a great test. Yeah, Baz of Boxing UK, I agree. Yarde won one round before the 8th. Yeah, I listened to I listened to Hatman's video, and I'll be honest, I like Hatman, but I totally disagreed with his assessment of the fight. I didn't score Anthony Yarde a round until round 7. I scored Yarde round 7 and round 8. Apart from that, he didn't win any rounds in this fight, as far as I'm concerned. I felt Kovalev comprehensively outboxed Yarde in the first 6, and after round 8, he beat him up. But, that's just my opinion. Oh, Chris Hayes, I don't think Yarde is finished. I think what Yarde showed, he's at a certain level. He showed there's something to work with. I just don't think Tunde is the guy to take him to that next level, to be quite honest. But I do think there's something there with Anthony Yarde. I don't think he's a complete hype job. I think there's something there. Yeah, Mr. Doc in the chat. What's going on, man? Yeah, Mr. Doc, I agree. Yarde did better than I expected. Yo, Triple J in the building. What's up, man? Yeah, Box, I listened to Hatman. I like Hatman, but I disagreed with his assessment of this fight, to be honest with you. I just don't... Round 7 and 8, fair enough. They were Anthony Yarde rounds. Apart from that, I'm struggling, to be quite honest. But, opinions differ. It is what it is. M6G, if Emmanuel Stewart was alive, he would take Anthony Yarde and polish him up. If Anthony Yarde was to go with Freddie Roach, and this is my opinion now, Freddie Roach will make them an offensive machine. Yeah, I think Roach would be a decent fit for Anthony Yarde. Yo, Dominic Chechery, what's going on, man? Shout out to Dominic, long-time supporter. Big up, Dominic. Big up, Lewis, as well. Another long-time supporter. Big up. Baza Boxing UK, where now? Bivol, Beterbiev, Vodzik. I think we all know why Yarde skipped anyone of note before Kovalev. Tunde wanted that 6-figure manager's check. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. For Anthony Yarde, I think it was Copendo9, one of my subs. I saw his comment on Boxing Beats and Rhymes channel. He mentioned that he felt Yarde should go and fight in the MTK light heavyweight tournament. I think that's a really good shout. In that tournament, you've got guys like Hosea Burton, for example. I think these are the type of guys Yarde should be fighting for the next couple of fights. I think they're good fights for him. Yeah, 54 Trail Swan, I agree. In regards to Canelo, the Canelo-Kovalev fight is hard to call for a few reasons. Well, the first being, obviously, with Canelo, I'm sure there's going to be some type of weight stipulation, whether that's a rehydration clause, a catch weight, something like that. So you have to take that into account. But assuming these two guys are at an even playing field, I believe Kovalev is a hard style matchup for Canelo. Kovalev has exceptionally quick feet. He's got a long jab. He's got good, long, straight punches. And if Kovalev can keep on the move, keep, fluid, keep agile, I think he'll give Canelo a lot of problems. And listen, is Kovalev the most durable guy in the world to body and head? No. But we've never seen Canelo punch at 175. For all we know, he's a powder puff puncher at 175. There's a lot in that fight to really consider. But there we go. Yeah, man, Dominic, Makabu versus Papin was a war. That was a very good fight. Credit to both dudes. Both guys are soldiers. I'm Makabu, we've seen him before. The guy always comes to fight. And, Papin, I'll follow his career, no doubt about it. Yeah, ABC Def, I agree. The MTK Golden Contract tournament is amazing. Yeah, I agree. The super lightweight tournament's got some good names already. O'Hara Davis, Anthony Yiggett, good names. I like these tournament concepts. Even if these tournaments aren't always at the highest level, if they're evenly matched, then that's great for me. As a fan, I'm all for that. Yeah, Walter, I would agree. Does Canelo hit as hard as a proper 175 fighter like Yarde? I doubt it. I know Yarde isn't really proven, but the guy's a big lump. He can clearly punch. He's clearly got some type of power. I don't think Canelo can hit that hard at 175. Yeah, Lewis, I agree. People who are saying Canelo walks through Kovalev are crazy, in my opinion. They're crazy. The only thing why I'm kind of on the fence about that fight right now is obviously the weight, because I'm sure there's going to be some type of fuckery in that fight if that fight gets made. But even playing fields, that's a damn hard fight for Canelo. If Canelo fought Kovalev at 175 with no BS, I'd give Canelo all the credit in the world, because that's a really hard style fight, in my opinion. But yeah, Canelo, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens. But I do think people are overblowing his chances against Kovalev if it was an even playing field. Lewis, he says Yarde has excellent hand speed. He does have good hand speed, but for me, maybe I'm blind, I don't know, maybe I've got terrible perception of speed. But when Kovalev put his shots together, that 1-2-1 combination, his hands looked quicker than Anthony Yarde's, to be honest with you. Kovalev's hands looked exceptionally quick at times in this fight with Yarde. His hands looked really quick. Yeah, M6G. Yeah, McGirt said he was going to pull Kovalev out because he didn't want to see him absorb too many punches. And that's when Kovalev came back the next round and started boxing masterfully. Yeah, that whether Buddy McGirt meant that or not, whether that was a motivational tactic, regardless, it worked. He really came out strong in round 9. And Kovalev showed a lot of mettle in round 8. He took some big shots, man, to body and head. He showed a lot of toughness in round 8 and powers of recovery as well, man. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Yeah, Hashman, I agree. I don't really rate Tyrone McKenna. I don't think he's that great. Sorry, 1 second. Anyway, where were we? Yeah. 54 Trail Swan. I think a washed up Kovalev would KO Canelo. People are overreacting. Canelo couldn't even hurt Jacobs. Yeah, exactly. Canelo's not really a puncher. He's not. He's not a puncher, not at elite level. And Danny Jacobs was drained as hell in that fight. He was drained. He was really flat. Canelo couldn't really put a dent in him. So I don't think it's. Listen, man. We'll see what happens with that fight. There's so much to consider. Yeah, Carnival. That's a good point. So much is said about Kovalev being weak to the body, but he's never been put down or stopped by a body punch. Exactly. Oh yeah, man. Canelo's going to drain Kovalev. Yeah, 100%. I'd love, man. There's going to be some type of weight discrepancy, rehydration clause, catch weight, maybe both. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Guitar Hero. The problem I have with all of these stories going around about Kovalev, I mean, it's all alleged right now. You know, you've got to let things pan out, see what's what. I think it's a bit unfair to call this guy a woman beater, whatever. I mean, the guy, it's not been proven. It's not been, he's not been sentenced. He's not, man. It is what it is, man. You know what people are like. You know what people are like. It is relevant talking about those things when talking about Kovalev fights because they could be seen as a distraction. But to outright call this guy a woman beater or whatever right now is a bit it's I don't know, man. It's just disingenuous. But there we go. Yeah, Walter, I agree. I would rather see Kovalev fight at 175 against a fellow champion, the Bivol Beterbiev, sorry, the Vodzik Beterbiev winner or Bivol. They're the fights I would like to see, but I understand the guy's had a long career. He's been around a long time now. If he wants that Canelo money, I'm not going to begrudge him that. He certainly deserves it. He's been done by well, I think he's got the bad end of a stick in boxing a few times before. You know what I'm referring to. So I wouldn't blame him if he cashed out. I wouldn't. Thank you, John, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, Carnival, I agree. Alvarez was faster than Yard, certainly in terms of foot speed. Hand speed, I think when Alvarez puts his shots together, he's certainly quicker than Yard. Yard's quick with one shot, if that makes sense. Like he's kind of quick early on with one shot when he tries to counter, but I think Yard's hand speed, in my opinion, I didn't really mention this in my post fight, but looking back, I think Yard's hand speed was actually exposed a bit in this fight. I don't think it's as good as people make out. Oh yeah, Lewis Kovalev's he's got a beautiful style to watch. When Kovalev is on form, that jab, man, is a thing of beauty. And the feints with Kovalev, the feints are amazing. Like the guy doesn't just feint with his hands; he'll kind of feint with his waist, his feet, his legs. The guy is an exceptional boxer from range. He really is. He's beautiful to watch when he's in his groove. He's really good to watch. I mean, you saw the Andre Ward fights. Every time that fight was on the outside, he was schooling Andre Ward behind that jab. Kovalev's a master boxer on the outside. He really is. Oh yeah, Walter Kovalev in round 8, man. He showed tremendous heart because I felt he was done. I really felt he was done. Round 7, the body shots from Yard, kind of set up round 8. And round 8, I felt, the writing's on the wall. But, bro, Kovalev showed that warrior's heart. He really dug deep. And not only got through it, but schooled Yard in round 9. He schooled him. Yeah, Carnival, I agree. I felt Kovalev was done. I really did. Now, thanks, John, man. It's much appreciated. Yeah, Lewis Kovalev is. He's a great fighter. I mean, the last 10 years, you can make an argument he has been the standout light heavyweight of the past 10 years. He's a Hall of Famer for me, a certified Hall of Famer. I do think he's past his best at this point, but still, there's something in the tank. He's still a good fighter. uh, Yeah, that's a good shout, Dominic. Liam Smith versus Sergio Garcia. They was talking about that fight potentially on the Lomachenko undercard. Obviously, that never materialized, but that's a good fight for the future. I think Sergio Garcia would box rings around Liam Smith, but Liam Smith is proven at a certain level. That's a good fight. Sergio Garcia is an interesting fighter at 154. I think that guy would beat a lot of good guys in that weight class right now. I think he would beat the brakes off Jaime Munguia. I really do. Yeah, humble pie, I agree. Kovalev is a great fighter. He has been, like I said, I mentioned it earlier, the guy's been on the wrong end of the stick in boxing, you know. He's been treated badly by the politics of it all. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Ultimately, he should have Andre Ward on his resume. It's just what it is. And we all know what happened. So I was pleased for Kovalev that he got through that and he won the fight. I was pleased for him. If you guys follow my channel, you know I like Sergey Kovalev. He's one of my favourites, I would say. Certainly in my top 10 favourite fighters, easily. I remember when he came over to the UK to fight Nathan Cleverly, and I was aware of him before that because he was fighting guys like Lionel Thompson, Gabriel Campillo, and nobody really knew who Kovalev was, but I saw him fight prior to Cleverly, and I was like, man, Cleverly's getting smashed. And the odds were really close in that fight. I think the odds were pretty close to even. I think Kovalev was a slight favourite, but, they were very close, way closer than they should have been. And I won so much money on Kovalev in that fight. But yeah, Kovalev's a very good fighter. Yeah, ABC Death. Gyasov, yeah, he knocked out Darlis Perez in a round. Basically his first shot. Yeah, Gyasov's a good fighter. And it's an interesting point. I made this point on BDA in the comments the other day. I think it was Precise, actually. He was mentioning about, some idiot called in and he was mentioning about the Ukrainian fighters coming through, how well they're doing, and people don't like it, and that's true. But the next batch of fighters to come out of that region are going to be from Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan. There's a lot of fighters coming out of that region, like Gyasov. Now, I don't think Gyasov will go that far, but there's a lot of other guys who will go far. Israel Madrimov, for example, I think he's a very good talent. With a few improvements, I think that guy, the world's at his feet. The dude who's fighting Danny Roman, Akhmadaliev, very good fighter. I think he's going to beat Danny Roman. There's a lot of talent from that part of the world. There really is. But yeah, Gyasov, great knockout against Darlis Perez, left hook, beautiful shot. Yeah, Walter, that shoulder roll from Anthony Yarde was terrible. Just an opening for Kovalev's right hand. Right hand over the top of the shoulder roll all night long. Jabs to the face. Yeah, Yard needs to drop that style. Like I said earlier, I'm not sure whether you was here, but I think Yard should look at a fighter like Arthur Abraham and build a style around that. Tight high guard. He's got big thick forearms to block shots. Tight high guard. Come forwards and pick your spots. Pick your spots. Be clever with your attacks. Don't blow your load, because Arthur Abraham is very economic with his offense. He'll throw shots when he's ready, when he knows they can land. That's how I feel Yard should fight personally, behind a high guard, and go from there. Develop a good jab. Oh yeah, I agree, Carnival. Yeah, he wasn't given a chance in the Andre Ward fight at all. That fight, man. That fight. Weirdly, at the time, because of the first fight, I was so mad about the first fight. I was fuming. I was pissed off. But the second fight, I wasn't even mad, because I just knew there's some fuckery around the corner, man, and I just expected it, man. But Kovalev's a great fighter. Hopefully, he gets his dues when it's all said and done. When he retires, people would then realize how good he was. I doubt it. But we'll see. Yeah, 54 trail swan yards, a monstrous puncher, and couldn't floor Kovalev. Yeah, I would say I wouldn't say Yard's a monstrous puncher, but he's certainly got power. He's certainly got power. I have seen the guy fight live, really early in his career, and you could tell from like ringside the guy had power. You could hear the shots, but the thing with Yard, a lot of the time, he doesn't really set his work up that effectively. He's quite telegraphed at times. When Yard catches you with a single shot, like a quick counter, or he disguises a shot, the shots have effect. But when he just tees off on you, when he's standing in front of you, letting his hands go, it doesn't really have the same effect. Yeah, exactly, John. Yard was doing the shoulder roll without the roll. Exactly. Oh yeah, Hashman. I don't think Kovalev can really go down to 172. I don't think it's great for him right now. Not at this age. Although Kovalev looked very good in the weigh-in, I have to say, he looked lean. He looked slim, athletic. He looked really good in the weigh-in. Oh yeah, ABC Def, Spencer Fearon, man. Jesus Christ, the guy's a clown. The guy's an absolute clown. Can't stand him. Fucking idiot. LR Chigga, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure if anybody's joining. Maybe. Just chilling, man. Just chilling. Yeah, Hash, man. If Kovalev beats Canelo, he should call it a day. Yeah, I agree. It would be nice if he could beat Canelo and sail off into the sunset. It would be nice. Mainly because I like Kovalev. I don't really like Canelo, if I'm being honest. I like watching Canelo fight. I think he's a very talented fighter. But with Canelo, it's just, I've said this numerous times, but I'll say it again. It's just all the politics that comes with him. It makes it hard to really enjoy his fights, because there's fuckery around the corner. So, yeah, it's hard to get behind Canelo. I do rate him, though. I think he's a very good fighter. I think he's exceptional. Yeah, that's it, Carnival. Yard's explosive. He's southern. Yeah, that single shot. Yeah. Yeah, Ness. Kovalev's feints. Yeah, he feints jabs fast. Yeah, exactly. Kovalev, his feint game is beautiful, man. Honestly, He doesn't just feint with his hands, like I mentioned earlier. Hips, waist, kind of pushes forward with his hips. I can't explain it, but he's got some really nice feints. He's got some really nice feints. Yeah, Timmy, Yarde. Yeah, too much muscle. Yo, Hashman, Billy Joe Saunders thinks he can outbox Kovalev. He'll end up like Pascal or Mohammadi. Yeah, probably Mohammadi. Billy Joe would get starched by Kovalev. Yeah, Billy Joe's a good fighter, but yeah, he's got no business at 175. No business at all. Crazy. Yeah, LR Chigga, I agree. Kovalev is a pleasure to watch. Yeah, Ward's a pain on the eye. Yeah, Ward, most of his fights I didn't really enjoy. I liked his performance against Carl Froch, to be honest. I felt he kind of beat Froch at his own game. But apart from that, I never really enjoyed Ward's fights. Never really enjoyed them. That's not my style. Hopkins, Ward, it's not for me. I like boxer punchers personally. That's my favourite style. If I could pick a style to watch, boxer punchers any day. That's my style. Yeah, LR Chigga, Billy Joe Saunders got hurt by Shifat Isafi. Exactly. Yeah. Billy Joe, and by the way, Billy Joe's really got no business at 168. He's got no business at 168. I think Callum Smith beats him. I think David Benavidez beats him. He's too small. Too small. How would a peak Vinnie Mac do against Kovalev? Left hook knockout by Vinnie Mac. Yeah, that guy's crazy. That guy's crazy. Yeah, LR Chigga, yeah. Liam Smith versus Kell Brook or Liam Smith versus Jesse Vargas. I would like either fight. I think they're both good fights. Kell Brook at this stage, I don't think he's got much left, if I'm being honest. That could be a competitive fight. Liam Smith versus Jesse Vargas could be a bit of a war. I think Liam Smith would actually beat Vargas at 154, to be quite honest. Not that I rate Liam Smith, super highly, but I don't really think Jesse really belongs at 154. Thank you, M6G. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Smash that like. Yeah, I agree, Guitar Hero. Billy Joe is too small for 168. He's too small. Get back down to middleweight. Get on a diet. Lay off the burgers. Just go back down to middleweight. Fight Golovkin. Because now Golovkin is with he's got a partnership with Eddie Hearn. Billy Joe's with Eddie Hearn. Billy Joe Golovkin is it's a fight that can be made. Get it done. Billy Joe, get your fat ass down to 160. Fight Golovkin, providing he beats Derevinchenko. That's what I would like to see. If Golovkin can't get Canelo next after Derevinchenko, obviously again providing he beats Derevinchenko, I would like to see Golovkin fight Billy Joe personally. LR Chigga, he doesn't. Well, he thinks. Oh, sorry. He thinks Sergio Garcia is overrated. I like Sergio Garcia. I think he's an interesting prospect. Not a prospect, but an interesting contender at 154. I think he's quite good. He throws a hell of a lot of punches. He's got crazy cardio. Man, Hashman, he's saying Munguia smashes Sergio Garcia. Man, I don't know, man. I think Sergio could style on him. To be honest, I think Sergio could style old Munguia. Yo, unrivaled boxing talk and news. That's a very good point. So, if you don't know already, Kell Brook has gone back to Dominic Ingle, and maybe Kell Brook is going to be back on that Ingle sauce. That Ingle special shake. I guess. Who knows? It'll be interesting to see Kell Brook's next fight because Kell Brook looked terrible against Zarafa. He looked awful. And that was with his new trainer, John Fuchs. So if he's back with old Dominic Ingle and he looks different, we know why. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, what's up, Seamus? How you doing, man? Nah, Billy Joe would get starched by Kovalev, in my opinion. He'd get absolutely smashed to pieces. Not just for power and the size of Kovalev, but Kovalev's a brilliant boxer. I agree, Noah. I think Callum Smith sparks Billy Joe at 168. Too big, too powerful. Callum Smith is one of those guys, he does the basics exceptionally well. Doesn't exceed in one area, doesn't really stand out in one area, but he does everything well. And sometimes those fighters can go a long way, especially when you've got size and power like Callum Smith. He's a big guy. How he makes 168 is beyond me. Yeah, Hashman, I agree. Buatsi, it's way too early for Buatsi to be thinking about Kovalev. Way too early. I think Kovalev knocks him out, outboxes Buatsi. Buatsi really should be looking at guys like Shabransky, Karo Maratz, people like that. Guys who have fought at a good level, guys who are experienced, good tests, in my opinion. They're the guys Buatsi should be focusing on, people like that. Yeah, ABC Death. That's the nature of the beast, though. With Matchroom. Yeah, I agree, but Rip King Kong. Baza Boxing UK. Billy Joe will defend his belt, then fight Golovkin at 160 September next year. I hope you're right, but we'll see. I can't really count on Billy Joe to really do anything I want as a fan, you know. But this new move with Matchroom, hopefully we can get some good fights. Hopefully we can get some good fights. We'll see. Talk is cheap. Ultimately, Billy Joe's talked a lot in his career, and now it's time to really prove it. This is the ample opportunity to get all of these fights. Golovkin's available. Andrade's available. Callum Smith's available. The fights are there now. There's no excuses. We'll see how good Billy Joe is. But I would like to see the Golovkin fight personally. That's the fight I would like. Yeah, Carnival. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Saunders talks a lot, fights nobody. Yeah, exactly. He's not fought anybody of any consequence since Lemieux back in December 2017. That was the last fight I gave a damn about. So, yeah, you're right. Yeah, this chat, man, is. I'm getting way far behind. Yeah, I agree, Noah. Billy Joe would get sparked by Kovalev. Did he actually say he would outbox Kovalev? He's deluded. He's deluded. Hashman Boxing, he's saying nobody outboxes Kovalev except Bivol. Interesting. I like Bivol. I think he's a very good fighter. I do like Bivol a lot. He's my favourite. Well, he's not my favourite light heavyweight, but I think when it's all said and done, if these guys all fight each other, I wouldn't be surprised if Bivol's the last guy standing. I think he's very good. I rate all of them, though. I rate Beterbiev, I rate Usyk, I rate Kovalev, and Bivol. They're all very good fighters. And by the way, now we're talking about light heavyweights. I want to hear your thoughts on Usyk versus Beterbiev. Who have you got in that fight? Everything tells me that obviously Usyk's a better boxer. He's more fluid. He's got quicker feet, quicker hands, beautiful straight right counter punch. He's more versatile than Beterbiev, but something tells me Beterbiev is just going to do it. I don't know what it is. Just my gut says Beterbiev wins this fight. The best way I can put it is, for me, Usyk has to be a lot more perfect in this fight than Beterbiev. You know, Beterbiev, he can lose rounds. He's still a threat. He can still land that big shot. I think Usyk really needs to box a great fight to win. But that's a really good fight, man. That's the fight I'm looking forward to most this year, I think. Usyk Beterbiev. I'm not missing that for anybody. I don't care what it is. I'm not missing that fight. ABC Def, I agree. Kell Brooks being a clown, just fight. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people are debating Billy Joe and Kovalev. To me, man, it's not really a debate. I think Kovalev smashes him to pieces, outboxes him, then knocks him out. Bazza Boxing UK. I don't care about Kell Brook or his homosexual tendencies. Yeah, yeah, exactly. The guy's a strange one. Yeah, I'm really far behind, lads. I do apologise. I do apologise. Yo, Shepherd of Suns in the chat, aka the Dream of the Endless. What's going on, man? How you doing? How are you doing? Dominic Chechery, Usyk versus Beterbiev is a shit fight. Laughing face. Okay, so Hashman, he's got Usyk, LR Chiga, Beterbiev. Yeah, I mean, it's from looking at these for people in the chat, it's back and forth. Some have got Beterbiev, some have got Usyk. Something tells me Beterbiev wins. You know, sometimes with fights, you look at fights, you try to break them down technically, you try to break it down how it will pan out, but sometimes you just got to go with your gut. I know that's not the most scientific way of picking a fight, but listen, man, something tells me Beterbiev wins this fight by knockout. Looking forward to it. He's really going to bring that fire. Yeah, MB, that's a really good point. Usyk, yeah, he can blow hot and cold. He can. Against Stevenson, he was really on point. You know, maybe that was because he was aware of what was in front of him. You know, Stevenson was a threat. He could punch really hard, and he was a champion. Maybe Usyk's the type of fighter where he really finds that next level in the big fights. Sometimes fighters will fight to the level of their opposition if they are fighting a lesser guy. Maybe Usyk is that type. Maybe against Beterbiev, he'll find that level where he'll outbox Beterbiev and maybe knock him out. We'll see. But for me, something tells me Beterbiev knocks him out. Something tells me Beterbiev KOs him. And for some reason, I think it will be early. I think it'll be round 4 or round 5, something like that. We'll see, though. Yo, what's up, Tezzy M? He says Anthony Joshua isn't slimming down. Nonsense talk. Yeah, it's a good point. How many times have we heard that, by the way? Oh, Joshua's going to slim down. He's going to lose weight. Blah, blah, blah. Man, the guy, he is what he is, man. He's always going to be that way. He's not really going to change at this point. He's not. Yeah, Hashman, that's how I would describe Demetrius Andrade. Awkward, tricky. He disrupts your rhythm, but he gets the job done. His jab is quite good, but his other punches sometimes, man, his punch technique lets him down. He's really wide with his shots, they're slapping shots. His punch technique reminds me of James DeGale, to be quite honest. Man, a few of you guys are picking Usyk. That's a good fight. Yo, official scorecard boxing breakdowns. What's going on, man? Shout out to Official. He's got a channel as well. Check out Official's channel. Drop him a sub. Awesome channel. Also, McGregor. You guys know McGregor. Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Yeah, what's up, Russell? How are you doing? The Dream of the Endless, a.k.a. Shep. Apparently, McGregor's losing subs on his Ortiz video. Yeah, I saw the title, man, and I literally bust out laughing. Because I knew, at first it got me, I can't lie. Then I kind of read the whole title, and I just started laughing. But yeah, man, it's hot over here in the UK. Bank holiday, sun's out, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah, I was out earlier this afternoon, man, and I kid you not, the amount of pussy on show was unreal. I kid you not. ABC Def, he's got to bring the negativity in the chat. Hey, Del, what's your reaction to United losing? I was fuming. Terrible performance. Awful. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. The bad summer transfer window is going to bite us on the arse. We've got no midfield. We sold a £70 million striker. We didn't replace him. We lost Herrera. We didn't replace him. It's an absolute shambles. It's an absolute shambles. We've got Scott McTominay. Not good enough. He's not good enough. I'm sorry. Not good enough. Matic, not good enough. Bro, I could go through a list of these guys who are just not good enough. We're in a really bad place, honestly. We're in a really bad place. Marcus Rashford on free kicks. What's going on there? We've got no creativity in the midfield at all. Bruno Fernandes was a must in the summer. We didn't get him. It's absolutely embarrassing. Jesse Lingard as well, man. Fucking useless. Jesse Lingard in a number 10 role. The guy's about as creative as a fucking. You're getting me started. You're getting me started. Let's forget football, man. It's winding me up already. But yeah, Crystal Palace was an absolute joke. Yarde, You guys have got good potential. Even in the United game, the scoreline didn't really indicate how that game went. First half, I felt you guys bossed it. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm looking after my fucking parents' cat, and it's in my house. Fuck off. But anyway, yeah, Chelsea United. The scoreline didn't really really tell how that game went. First half, you guys bossed it. You looked good on the ball. You created chances. You hit the post. And you just fell to bits in the second half. But you guys have got a good youth set up there. Mason Mount looks really good. But the defender, what's his name? The centre back you guys loaned out to Derby last year, he looks good. Yeah, I've got a cat here as well in my house. It's not even mine. Fuck off! It's proper bugging me. Oh, sorry, D. You're a United fan. Oh, okay. I thought I read that as you as a Chelsea fan. It's like, what? I swear you was a United fan. But yeah, I was fuming. What's this fucking thing doing, man? Go away. Urgh. Cats wind me up, honestly. Russell Newton. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Russell Newton. I saw Hamilton Academicals. Oh, man. I need a drink, lads. Yeah, D. Manchester United right now are just we're so far behind. We're so far behind, and it's telling that we're bantering with Arsenal fans. Arsenal, man, that a successful season for them is top four, and that's our level. You know, we're trying to get above Arsenal in the table. We're Manchester United. We should be fucking fighting for the title every single year. Yeah, this fucking cat, man. Sorry, if I'm making a noise, I really do apologise. I'm moving this mic. Fuck's sake. Andre Low blows ward. ABC's a Chelsea fan. Yeah, you guys with Chelsea, I wouldn't be too concerned because I'm big on philosophies. At Chelsea, you guys seem to have some type of philosophy in regards to building youth, possession football. There's a philosophy there. There's a philosophy with Arsenal now. We don't have one. What are we trying to do? What's our style? Like even Pep Guardiola's first season at Man City, people called it a failure, but he was building something. You know, the passing out of the back with players who weren't really seemed, you know, they weren't seen as like ball playing defenders, but he replaced those defenders with guys, you know, who could do it. He had the philosophy in place before he acquired his targets, and he built a team based on his philosophy. United aren't doing that. We're just, I don't know what United are doing. MB, I would agree. United's style has to be counter-attacking football out wide. Yeah. But I still think we're short out wide, to be honest with you. I think we're short out wide. I still think we need two world-class wingers. I like what I see from Daniel James so far, but I still think we need two ready-made wingers. For me, listen, Martial, to me, I think he's a striker. I want to see him play through the middle. And same with Rashford. I think they're both strikers. I think that's where they're best. Not on the wing, not out wide. But Levi Khan, yes, what's up, Levi, man? Another regular. Shout out to Levi Khan. He always asks me about every single fight. Every single fight. Yeah, there we go. Erislandy Lara versus Ramon Alvarez. Yeah, Lara's going to win that fight easily, man. That's a poor fight. Peter Quillin versus Alfredo Angulo. Jesus Christ. Timmy. Oh, this fucking thing. Yeah, Martial's injured. Yeah, Levi Khan, I agree, by the way. I think Hrgovic now needs a step up. He needs a step up. I mentioned a couple of names in my post-fight video. I think somebody like Christian Hammer would be an acceptable step up for Filip Hrgovic. To be quite honest, I think that's a decent fight for him. Nah, Lara's fighting in a week or two, I believe. I'm not sure whether it's next week or the week after, but he's fighting Canelo's brother. Yeah, Daniel James is good. He looks like a good prospect. I like our signings. I really rate Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire. I think they're good acquisitions, but we needed so much more. We needed so much more. Central midfielder, in my opinion, was a must. But yeah, football's depressing right now. It really is. I try to ignore it. Okay, Usyk's not fighting Fedosov. Del, you should start watching golf. Damn. Tell you what, lads. 1 second. Let's have a look at this StreamYard nonsense. Ah, damn it. 1 second, lads. Bear with me for one moment. If anybody wants to join, I've put a link in the chat. Yeah, Washington versus Hrgovic. That's a good shout. Somebody mentioned that on McGregor's stream earlier on. That's a good step up for Hrgovic. And a good fight to get ranked in the IBF. Yeah, I agree, AA. Yarde, yeah, he did well. He did better than I expected, to be honest. Yeah, I'm surprised Angulo's still fighting, to be honest. That guy has nothing left. Nothing left at all. Okay. Where we at? Lovejoy sounds like he owns a Valentine's Day store only open in February. Oh dear. No, I agree, Hashman, by the way. Cody Davis versus Zach Chelly. I think Davis wins that fight. On points, I would say. Hrgovic is weird. Like, I felt he looked a bit flat against Heredia, to be quite honest. I just think he needs a step up, to be honest. When he gets a step up, I think he'll show his quality. But I think he's a very good prospect. I really do. Yeah, AA Boxing and Blunts. Yeah, Cody Davis is fighting Zach Chelly. I forget which date it's on. Let's have a look. I want to say September. I'm not sure though. Let's have a look. But I do think Cody Davis beats him right now. 14th of September. Zach Chelly versus Cody Davis. Good fight. Credit to both guys for taking it. Yeah, I saw that Levi Khan. Ruiz finally announced for rematch. Yeah. He's not trained once since the first fight, damn. I doubt he has. Not hard anyway, but we'll see. Hang on, what's that about Badu Jack? Badu Jack versus Chad Dawson in October. Damn, Chad Dawson. Man, I've not heard that name in a couple of years. Chad Dawson fell off so quickly. But Jack will beat Chad Dawson easily. Chad Dawson is done. Chad Dawson is done. Chad Dawson reminded me, actually. Well, sorry, no, I'll rephrase that. Fuck's sake, this fucking cat, man. Jesus. Jesus Christ. I've totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, Chad Dawson. Yeah, Marcus Brown actually reminded me of like a poor man's Chad Dawson, to be honest. Yeah, that's a good shout, Lewis. Pascal versus Badu Jack. That's a good fight. That's a really good fight. That'd be fun to watch. Yeah, that's a good fight. Ergashev looked good on Showbox. I've still not seen that card. I've not seen anything of it. Bro, James Kirkland. Speaking of James Kirkland, he fought this weekend. That's crazy. That's crazy. Guy's been out of the ring for over 4 years. And yeah, he fought this weekend. He knocked out a journeyman. Imagine being called a poor man's Chad Dawson. But he reminds me of Chad Dawson in the sense of like when he's on form, Marcus Brown looks really good. He looks quick, he looks powerful, he looks athletic. But when things start to go wrong, they really start to go wrong. And he doesn't hold his shape, he doesn't hold his composure. He's always a punch away from a disaster. But he's a good talent, but yeah, he doesn't have all the mental side locked down. So yeah, Jack at 168, he got stopped by Derek Edwards in one round, I believe. That's crazy. But yeah, Badu Jack at light heavyweight looks a lot more durable. He looks a lot more sturdy. He took some big shots from Marcus Brown, and he took those shots well. And he couldn't see those shots coming because of the blood. So Billy Joe can't be in negotiations with Kovalev. Surely you're trolling, D. Surely you're trolling. I'm going to go on Twitter. That'd be crazy. That'd be mad. Okay, I was joking about Kovalev. I thought so, man. I was like, what? That can't be true. Yeah, Billy Joe just needs to fight somebody at 168 or 160. Ideally 160, like I mentioned earlier. I think Billy Joe's better at 160. uh, Levi Khan, Trevor Bryan versus Manuel Char. WBA title on the line. It's all or nothing. Jesus Christ. I've still never seen Trevor Bryan fight to this day. Never seen that kid fight. Yeah, Levi Khan. Luis Arias was terrible against Luke Keeler. Yeah, he was awful. He got schooled, to be honest. Yeah, I feel so fucking coldy, hay fevery, man. Pain in the ass. Boxing brains. Look up Heather Hardy if you want to get a rise. I'm not a fan of Heather Hardy. I can't lie. She doesn't do it for me. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. There's not many female boxers I rate like that, to be quite honest. Jessica McCaskill's quite nice. Um, After that, I'm struggling, to be honest. Yeah, I'm struggling. Lions in the camp, yeah, with the cat, yeah, exactly. 1 second, lads. Be right back. Back again. Dimitrenko's fighting F.A. Jagba next. Really? Man, Dimitrenko's got no ambition anymore. None at all. Jesus Christ. Price versus Peter. Yeah, exactly. ABC Death. Get it on. Make it happen, Eddie Hearn. We'd all watch it. Hashman. Who is slower, Joe Joyce or Samuel Peter? Probably Joe Joyce. Nah, Samuel Peter, in all honesty. Yeah, some man called him Slow Joyce the other day. That made me laugh so much. Slow Joyce. Ah, dear. Oh, yeah, Levi Khan. Huey Fury is getting beat by Povetkin, 100%. No doubt at all in my mind. Huey loses that fight. Slow choice, yeah, exactly. Oh dear. Yeah, he's as slow as molasses though, honestly. He's so slow. Like, seems like a nice guy. He's fun to watch, but I think that Jennings fight revealed a lot, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's cold. Yeah, Joyce versus Makhmudov. Beautiful fight. I think Makhmudov beats him though. Makhmudov has a fight coming up fairly shortly. I think in September. Yeah, apologies guys if I sound really bunged up. I do apologise. Fucking hay fever. It's been super hot today, which is great, but it's played up my hay fever for some reason. Yo, really, Levi Khan? David Price versus Malik Scott, rumoured to happen next. That can't be true. Out of all of the things you can do with David Price, you put him in there with Malik Scott. I hope you're wrong. I really do. I want to see David Price fight a puncher. David Price versus Makhmudov. Let's get it. Beautiful fight. I'd watch it. LR Chigga. I don't want to see Nathan Gorbam again. Yeah, he was awful against Dubois. Yeah, man. I mean, Price. Listen, kill or be killed. He can punch. He's got a glass chin. Let's get him in there with a banger. Let's get him in there with a puncher. Yeah, I'm really struggling, man. Fucking hay fever. Oh dear. David Price versus Beterbiev is a brilliant fight. Make it happen. Yo, Price could get knocked out in that one. Man, Beterbiev's got some heavy hands. Tony Yoka versus Johan Duhaupas. Good fight. That's a good step up for Tony Yoka. I like that. Yeah, no, man. I've run out of antihistamines, man. So I've got to struggle and deal with it. Got to deal with it. Nah, Levi, I disagree. Sorry, not Levi. Oasis won. Rematch, Yarde versus Kovalev, and Yarde knocks out Kovalev with body shots. Man, easier said than done. One thing to consider, Yarde took a lot of punishment in that fight. You know, we need to see how he looks on his comeback. Yo, Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington. Confirmed. Yeah, I don't even like UFC. I like certain fights. I'm a super casual fan, basically. That's a fight I would watch. That's hilarious. Yo, boss man, he's saying Hergovich is going to get flattened when he gets to the top. Maybe. I like Hergovich, to be honest. I think he's a good prospect. In regards to Anthony Yarde, I think someone like Shabransky would be a good fight for him on his comeback. Shabransky, Karo Murat, people like that. I think they're good fights for him. Maybe Felix Valera. There's some good names out there for him to come back to. Yeah, D, I've got no idea, man. I've got no idea who's better than who, but I'll watch that fight, Covington and Usman. I'll watch that. Yeah, Shep. Shabransky's still fighting. He fought fairly recently, I'm sure, against a bum, but yeah, he's still fighting. Man, the scenes though, if Covington beats Usman, man, that's going to be crazy. He's going to go wild. He's going to go wild. Anthony Yarde versus Samuel Peter. Let's get it. Anthony Yarde versus David Price. Yeah, that's hilarious. Boss man, yeah, you could be right. That KO, yeah, it was brutal and could kill his confidence once he touches down in London. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Yeah, Shep, that's a really good point. Kairatov and Shabransky, the only Ukrainians with hype behind them that didn't make it to the top. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll be honest with you. I never rated Kairatov, but I felt Shabransky could go quite a long way. But he got smashed by Sullivan Barrera. There was another dude as well, Shep. He wasn't quite as hyped, but he was a silver medalist in 2012, a welterweight. What's his name? What's the dude's name? Sorry, lads, I'm gonna Google this because this is going to bug me. Okay, Taras Shellistuk. That's the one. So I'm sure he medalled in London 2012. Yeah, so Shellistuk. He is 16-0. He's still fighting, but yeah, he's not done anything as a pro. There we go. Yo, Nordic Warrior, what's going on, man? Yeah, the Dream of the Endless. Yeah, Taras Shellistuk. I'm not sure if that's how you say his surname, but yeah, he was. I'm sure he was an Olympic silver medalist. I want to say, and he never really. His career's not really panned out as a pro. I know he's had promotional issues in the past, but he's 32 now, 33. I can't really see him doing much, to be honest. Yeah, Nordic, good point. Yeah, Kovalev was excellent, man. Showed a lot of heart in round 8. That's what I was most impressed with. I knew skill for skill, this dude was all wrong for Yard, but when it went wrong in round 8, he showed some great heart. He really did. To get through that round and to then recover and box the way he boxed in round 9, that was super impressive to me. That was the most impressive aspect of his performance, in my opinion. But he was great. Yo, BJ Flores versus Jermaine Franklin on Showtime. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's terrible. Oh, yeah, James Toney. His chin was excellent. Yeah. Yeah. He always went the distance, even when he was fat and overweight. LR Chigga, he wants to see Makabu spark Akole out. Yeah, that's a good fight, though. Makabu, Akole, I'd watch that. Makabu's, yeah, he's battle tested. He's got power. He's got toughness. He'll fight anybody. Yeah, I like Makabu. He's come back well since that Bellew defeat. Akole's a spastic octopus. Jesus. Yeah, what's up, OmniSurge Media? How you doing? Yeah, Makabu, he's come back with a few good wins now. He's on the verge of a title shot if he doesn't deserve one already. Hang on. I'm trying to invite Hashman in. Yeah, this fucking StreamYard shit is so annoying. Yeah, ABC. I think in hindsight, Bellew's best win is Makabu, to be honest. Yeah, I think you're in, Hashman.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
What's up, man? How you?
I'm good. I'm good. I enjoyed the weekend's boxing. I really did, man. I need to catch Estrada, but
yeah, I stayed up for the Estrada fight. Actually, it was a good fight.
Yeah, I heard Estrada didn't look as good as he usually does. I heard he was a bit.
You know what it is? It will remind me of. Do you remember when Eubank fought Tom Doran?
Yeah.
And Eubank was just dancing around, and then all of a sudden he just turned up, and then he just destroyed him when he wanted to.
Yeah.
That's it. Estrada was just chilling. He was showboating, and then when he got serious, he went through the gears and took care of him. I think he dragged Beeman through the fight. I think he could have stopped him earlier. But he was just taking his time from his fans. There was a lot of Mexicans there. He was just taking the piss.
Yeah. Yeah, Estrada vote now. Hopefully he can move on now to bigger fights, unification fights. Yeah, I heard people talking about a Yafai fight. He would smash Yafai. I'd rather not even see that fight right now, to be honest with you. I'd rather...
Yafai can't even top 20 contenders, let alone champions.
I think Yafai loses to... I think Yafai loses to Gonzalez right now. A shot Gonzalez.
I don't think Gonzalez is that shot, you know.
Do you not?
No, because we haven't really seen him perform after the fight with what's his name again?
Rungvisai.
Yeah, so we can't judge if he's shot or not.
No, he looked okay in his comeback fight. He's got something left, so but
if he looks terrible in a fight that he comes back in, then I think but I'm not sure if he's completely shot now.
Yeah, but he would beat Yafai.
Yafai, I don't. There's some Yafai's got. You know when the fight has gone downgrade, he's gone worse.
Yeah, he's stagnated. He's got worse. I totally agree.
How do you get worse? It's not even to do with obviously the weight, but still.
Yeah, terrible. I think it's like Munguia is another example. I think that guy's got worse.
Yeah, Munguia's got worse. Do you remember the fight when he had on the Canelo undercut? Who did he fight again?
Brandon Cook.
He looked impressive in the fight. Do you remember?
Yeah, he looked quite good.
I was like, he's boxing. He looked good, and then he just looked terrible in his last two fights.
No, it's Munguia, maybe it's for weight. Maybe it's for weight. We'll see. Maybe it's for sloppy. Well,
I don't
the
think it's the
low.
weight because the guy has insane cardio, so you can't really say the weight, can you? The guy throws 1,000 punches.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure with Munguia, but I mean, maybe a move to middleweight could do him could do him good, but I don't really see it with Munguia, to be quite honest. I think the guys hit his level.
Who would he
Can't
fight?
really see him getting much better. What at middleweight or 154?
160.
I'm not sure. I guess
There's
they're
no
going to
one
cash
there.
him out against Canelo.
Why would you? It's like you can cash him up, but he's only 22. You know what I mean? It's funny.
Yeah,
Like he's only 21, 22. So can you really cash that? You know what I mean?
yeah, we'll
He's
see,
still gonna
man.
be about.
Yeah,
Do you
we'll
think
see.
these Mexican age after they've been in for so long? Because they turn pro very young.
Yeah, they do. They do turn pro young. I think maybe some of it is the matchmaking with Munguia. So he
Yeah.
fought obviously Ali. He then fought his mandatory Liam Smith. They were
Yeah.
decent fights for him at that time. But since then, the levels of competition hasn't got any better. It's kind of
Yeah.
stayed the same level, all got worse. So
Yeah.
I'm not really sure he's learning right now. But we'll see,
Yeah.
man.
True.
We'll see. I'd like to
He
see
knew
Munguia fight someone like Sergio Garcia. But
you know, I think he would beat Garcia. I don't think Garcia has good footwork, but it's I don't think he can get away with. I don't think he can get away with from McGee. I think he has to start letting his hands go, and I think McGee will rough him up a bit like Leo Smith.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's a
Someone
good
like
fight though.
someone like a mover, a boxer, and more of a better someone with a better footwork will trouble him. But someone whose footwork isn't the best will have trouble.
Yeah. What did you think of
If
Kovalev
he's
Yard? I've kind of already gone through my thoughts on the
Kovalev,
fight, but
you know what? Kudos to Anthony Yarde. He proved me wrong. I thought he would get stopped in 5-6 rounds. I thought Kovalev's jab and his right hand would take him up, but Yarde showed a great chin. He was better than I thought, and also he was digging in, man. He tried his best from the 6th, 7th, 8th round. He was trying to throw body shots. He came forward. He implemented the game plan that he should have done. Started from the beginning, but he gave a great effort of himself. But seeing that, you could just see how Sergey Kovalev has decreased. If you think, because even though he was brilliant with a jab, he boxed excellent at times. You could just tell his age. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Kovalev's gone. If that was 5-6 years ago, I think Kovalev would have took him out in a couple of rounds. To be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I kind of see it the same. You kind of Yard is
Yeah.
probably better than I anticipated because I didn't give him a hope going into it.
The thing I like about Yarde is I can see improvement. I can see how he can improve. You know what I mean? It's like he wasn't lost. You know, some people are lost in the ring. Like he wasn't completely lost.
Yeah, yeah, I'd
He
agree. I'd
he
agree with that.
adjusted. He adjusted to the game plan where he was trying to fight him, try to come up close, roll the shots, high guard, land the body shots. But at the end, he gassed. He didn't have the stamina, and his muscle mass was too much. But
Yeah,
he'll come again. He'll come again. I don't want him to go back down in level. I want to see him stay around that level. I want him to see again. I think he should fight someone like Solomon Barrero next. Someone like
yeah. Barrera's a good shout. Barrera's got experience, been around. That's a good
Joe
shout.
Smith Jr. Joe Smith
Yeah,
Jr.
man. Joe Smith versus Yard is a good fight.
And I'm not worried about Yard's chin. So Joe Smith,
It's still
you know what I
risky,
mean?
though.
He's risky, but I think he'll beat Joe Smith.
That's a firefight. That's a really good shout. I forgot about Joe Smith. That's a good shout.
There's another John Pascal. He had a decent win.
Yeah, Pascal.
Who else is there? Like top 10, top 15.
I mean, even someone like I mentioned it earlier, Shabransky.
I was going to say Shabransky.
Yeah, would you rather see? Speaking of like Yard, there's Yards can come back, but like with Kovalev, would you rather see him fight Canelo, or fight a fellow light heavyweight champion? What would you rather?
Listen, selfishly, because I'm a fan of Kovalev, I would like him to fight Canelo and get out of the sport and go and save his legacy. I wouldn't like him to fight a Beterbiev or Usyk and get smashed to pieces, or lose, because these guys are fresher. They haven't had as much wars, and also Kovalev just had another hard fight against Yarde.
Yeah.
So I want to see him fight Canelo and get out of the sport. If he beats Canelo, just leave. There's nothing to prove. You're 36, 37 years old. You're a 3-time light heavyweight world champion, former unified champion. You beat Canelo, collect your money, and get out of the sport safely. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good shout. But it's boxing, isn't it? I mean, usually they leave.
I would fancy him against Usyk. Don't get Beterbiev. I'm not sure. It's just the styles. You know, style make fights. I think he can beat Usyk. You know, I've watched Usyk, a lot of Usyk. I think he can beat him. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't. Yeah, you're right with Beterbiev. I wouldn't want to see Kovalev now in with Beterbiev.
I think he will lose. I think it's a weird one. I think Usyk can beat Beterbiev, and I think Kovalev can beat Usyk, but I don't think Beterbiev. I think Beterbiev will beat Kovalev.
Yeah, from a technical perspective, I would love to see Bivol versus Kovalev.
Yeah,
that'd be a brilliant fight to watch on the outside.
I don't think Bivol will take risks. I think he will box like Joe Smith.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Bivol, he kind of boxes to a plan, boxes within himself at times.
Do you think Kovalev's powers decreased?
I don't think so. I think he's just altered his style as he's gotten older. Doesn't really set his feet as much. Relies more on his legs, I guess. You know, tries to stay out of trouble. I just think it's a style adjustment, and especially with Buddy McGirt. You know, Buddy McGirt, like even with Arturo Gatti, he made Gatti box more. I just think it's McGirt's kind of influence in Kovalev. And
I don't think anyone realized this, but you know, on the BT Sport feed I saw today, in the 5th round, Yarde said to Tunde J, "It's too hard."
Oh, really?
It's too hard. I saw it. I can send you a clip. He said to him, "The fight's too hard," in the corner. I was worried. In the 5th or 6th round, if you guys heard the audio, he said it's too hard.
Damn.
That was concerning. I thought he was about to quit. But he showed it heart. Showed heart.
Yeah, no, there's some good fights still.
One thing Yarde made a mistake was you can't outbox Kovalev. It's why it took you 5 rounds to realize. You know what I mean? It took him 5 rounds to realize, and his tank was emptying already.
Yeah, nobody's outboxed Kovalev.
You know what it is? I think the reason why Yarde got tired quicker is because he was using unnecessary movement. He was moving, using energy, loading up with left hooks and right, big power shots.
Kovalev's jab to the body though was super effective. That jab to the solar plexus, yeah, that sucks the wind out of you. Like I've only sparred, bruv, and that shot, man, that sucks the wind out of you, especially with Kovalev, a heavy-handed dude. That was a great shot in that fight for Kovalev.
Cleverly retired, mate.
Really?
Cleverly is retired.
Who, Nathan? I thought he was retired already.
No. Corey said it in the comments. Cleverly.
Oh right, Cleverly. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Cleverly's gone.
Yeah, Cleverly. Yeah, he went after Badu. Jack beat him up.
You know what's funny now? If he finds Jose better next, everyone would shout. Everyone would be like, "What the hell is he doing?" You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now Yarde was just outgunned in that fight. He was more skilled guy, more seasoned guy. Kovalev just had him beat in all areas.
Did you hear what Macklin said on Twitter about Buatsi beats him, smashes him or something?
Macklin said Buatsi beats who?
Kovalev now. If they fight right now.
I don't see it. Buatsi's fighting Ryan Ford the next, man. He needs to just.
You know what? I've done this with Buatsi before, but Buatsi has a head start on Yarde, and he should fight better competition. You know what I mean? I'm not giving Buatsi too many passes. I'm not going to give him a pass for this. Ford is not a good opponent. He's 40 years old.
Yeah, he's a 40-year-old ex-MMA fighter.
Yarde was going to fight him like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Buatsi's got more of an amateur career. He should really
I
be
think
pushing on.
this should be the last fight that Buatsi has. That's like a easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Buatsi is a better prospect than Yard, but
Same. I
he
do
should
too.
be pushing on.
Yeah, he should be pushing on quicker, man.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
think
shout.
Pascal's a brilliant fight. Pascal's a brilliant fight next.
Yeah, that's
Pascal's
a good shout. Pascal Yard, that's a really good
rejuvenate.
fight.
Would you risk Yarde against Pascal right now?
I
Next,
would,
I think you should
as
have.
a fan, that's fireworks.
Yeah. The thing is, I think it would. You know, if Yarde got knocked out, okay, cool. He took a beating, but yeah, but I think he should have a nah. I think he should have a easier fight next. It depends. It depends when he fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If he
that's the
fights
other
like March,
thing.
if he fights later, like March or April next year, then he should fight. But if he fights quick turnaround, you know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. Like, that's another thing we need to consider. Yard did take a lot of punishment in that fight. He
Yeah,
took a lot of shots. How's that going to affect him going forwards? Will
yeah.
it have taken something out of him? You never know.
You know, I think Yard's a positive person. I actually believe. I don't think it's false bravado. You know, when he's smiling and having a laugh. I think that's his actual character. I think he's gonna suck it up, come back, learn the experience, and come back into it. I think he still has the mentality. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Yeah, the dream of the
It's a
endless.
shame though. It's a shame that Yard didn't fight anyone before Kovalev, man.
Yeah. Now, somebody in dream of the endless in the chat. Buatsi versus Salamov. That's a good shout.
Uma Salamov.
Yeah, I like that fight.
Yeah, that's a good fight. Who's the guy who beat him? The Australian. What's his name?
Hooper. Damien
Hooper.
Hooper.
Yeah. He beat Marcus Brown in the Olympics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they fought in the Olympics.
I didn't realize. Didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah, they fought in I think London, 2012. So,
Damn.
I think that's a good fight.
Yep.
Salamov.
I agree. I think that's a good fight.
Who was the guy who got injured against Mike Perez? What was his name?
Abdu Salamov.
Oh, there's two. So there's two.
Yeah.
Two different. Yeah.
But that's a good fight. Salamov versus Buatsi. That's a really good fight.
Yeah, that's a good fight. But come on, Buatsi needs to step up now. This is just come on.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Eddie Hearn's doing his thing, talking that talk. But listen, I want to see this guy.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think people are getting fed up with it though. Like, to be honest,
I'm surprised. Look, I know it's weird. I think Buatsi's got power. I think he's got respectable power at world level. Even if he gets to world level, I think he's not a light puncher. But he didn't knock out his last opponent. What's his name?
oh, I forgot his name. Is it Conroy? No, Periban.
Periban, and the girl flattened him,
Yeah.
and he moved up to light heavyweight. But we'll see.
Yeah, Buatsi. We'll see with Buatsi. We'll see.
You know, Eddie Hearn's a smart character. Do you know what Eddie Hearn does? What you don't realize?
Go on.
He's late at announcing fights, undercard fights. Have you realized? Look, think about it. When did Buatsi be announced? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about a week ago.
A week ago, and the fight's this Saturday. So, they're very smart. They calculate. They know that the fight's next week. Okay, it's around the corner. We're not gonna complain too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean Buatsi. It's hard, man. It's we'll see what happens with him. We'll see what happens. I'm getting bored of Matchroom these last minute fucking fights with these prospects. Yeah. Have you noticed though?
Yeah.
Have you noticed with these Matchroom Olympian prospects, this cycle they've not like got any of the hype the previous cycle had, like Joshua Campbell.
Yeah, because I think Joshua Campbell got medals. You know what I mean? Joshua Campbell did well in the Olympics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Buatsi got a bronze. He medalled.
Yeah. But Buatsi, no, I'll be honest. Buatsi doesn't get hate. He's one of the few guys that don't get hate and appreciated by their fans. I don't think Boats is one of those guys that people say he could be the real deal. He will be the real deal. But
Yeah.
other guys like even Okoli, I know he gets a lot of hate, yeah, but I see him becoming a world champion. You know what I mean?
Okolie is like, bro,
He will,
in the
he will pick up
UK,
a title.
yeah.
He might not be the best cruiserweight, but he can. I think he'll pick up a title.
If
What about
if
you?
yeah, if the referee if he gets away with those tactics, then he can probably pick up a title. To be
Yeah,
honest, like, because obviously when Okolie steps up to world level, I'd imagine the scene would be different. Like in terms of the champions, he could pick up a belt. He could.
yeah, yeah.
I don't like
100%.
Okolie. I don't like to see him fight, but
He's horrible to watch.
I do appreciate the fact he's actually willing to fight guys though.
I prefer Richie Riakpo. Richie Riakpo is a much better fighter to watch,
Yeah,
and he has power as well. They both got power, but Richie Riakpo is in fun fights.
yeah, yeah. Okolie. One thing I'll say about Okolie though, like, at least he fights people. At least he's willing to take a test. Like, he fought some good
Yes,
guys at domestic level.
Yeah.
But
Someone said Boatsy wouldn't even beat Brown. I think he'll beat Brown.
yeah, Marcus Brown, it's hard to tell right now. He got fucking smashed up by a shot fighter.
Brown is the weirdest fighter I've ever seen in my life. This guy is world class one day, terrible one day, world class, shocking. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird. I think he's like a De Gea. If it's a good fight, he was like, you know what I mean. I don't think he got for Pascal. I don't even think he trained properly.
But I said before the fucking Badu Jack fight, the guy is so inconsistent. One minute he looks okay, he looks good. The next he looks terrible.
Yeah, I know. Badu Jack got injured, but before the injury, he got beat every round, lost every single round.
Yeah.
Badu Jack lost every round.
Man, Marcus Brown's got some rebuilding to do though. He needs to like.
When he beat Badu Jack, a lot of guys were fancying him against Usyk. A lot of guys, a lot of people was. I was checking the comments. A lot of people said he'll beat Usyk.
Yeah, these guys are a different level. Like these Eastern European dudes at light heavyweight.
The light heavyweight division is fun because everyone is a little bit chinny.
Yeah, like
haven't seen Bivol yet.
It's a good shout because like all of the champions
have been down.
It's like if you match those guys together, I don't think anybody would be confident on like picking like a winner. Like if all of these guys fought each other, who's the last man standing?
I'll say Bivol.
I would say Bivol, but I wouldn't be confident at all.
I wouldn't be confident. I did like the way Bivol was reacting to Joe Smith punches. He didn't really look. You know what I mean? Did you see it?
Yeah, he got buzzed in. Well, it was like after the bell, but like he got buzzed in that fight. But
he literally ran around the ring when he got hurt. Did you see it? Well, Bivol was talented, man.
Okay, yeah, chat.
I think he's a safety first fighter.
Yeah, for the chat, if all of these guys fought each other at light heavyweight, who comes out on top? Usyk, Bivol, Kovalev, or Beterbiev? I want to see the picks.
Kovalev's the most tested.
So. Yeah, Kovalev's battle tested, but coming towards the end, Bivol, he's there. Usyk got a good win, man.
You know what it is? Someone can knock someone out, and then the next person knocks someone out can school the next person that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Style makes fun. There's no one definitive best in the division. Some people say Beterbiev is the best. You know what I mean? Beterbiev is the beast. Some people say Kovalev has the most experience. He will probably beat them. People say the youth of Bivol. Some people say Vodsek's awkwardness. You know what I mean?
The thing is, how do you see Usyk Beterbiev?
It's a tale of two halves, I think.
Something tells me, obviously, listen, man, Usyk is a more versatile fighter. He's shown me more. He's got a beautiful counter straight right. He's got more variety to his game. But something tells me Beterbiev is going to knock him out. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you get just a gut feeling.
Yeah. Gut feeling, yeah. Do you know what's weird about do you know when Vodzik is moving around? He looks shaky. I don't know. He looks, when he's moving around with his legs, he looks a bit like, like he slipped on some banana. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, but his balance. Have you not peeped it? Like sometimes his balance is a little bit off.
Yeah, but I do like Votic. I think he's a great fighter, but just something tells me in this fight, I'm not sure, man. I just think to beat Beterbiev, I think he's got to be perfect. I don't think
Yeah,
Beterbiev has to be
I think
perfect to beat Votic.
yeah, but so they both guys have not been tested in their career yet.
No,
Actually,
no,
they have.
Votic has.
They have. I mean, both fighters haven't faced someone of this caliber yet. I know Adonis Stevenson was like 45 years old.
He could still crack though. Like
He
Votic,
can still crack. He took the shot well.
yeah, he did take that power well. Votic, that surprised me because Votic got dropped in the past. He was stopped in the amateurs. I was wondering going into that fight about his chin, but he took Stevenson's power really well.
Took that left hand very well.
But I think
But
Beterbiev, the difference
did you
between
see early
Beterbiev
on
and
in the fight?
Stevenson,
Did you see early on in the fight when Stevenson was catching with that left hand?
yeah. The only thing with Beterbiev, Stevenson's got a powerful left hand. Beterbiev's powerful with both hands, with all punches. His power's more.
He's overall a bigger puncher. Like
I
overall,
wouldn't say
like
like I think Stevenson's left hand, that single
he's
shot is a
heavier.
bigger punch, but like
Yeah,
Beterbiev's just got more. All of his shots are powerful instead of just one.
yeah.
All of his shots.
Yeah.
It's a great fight. That's all I will say. It's a brilliant fight. I wouldn't be shocked either way, but something tells me Beterbiev is going to starch him. I don't know why.
You know what is right now? I think Vodcik's gonna win. One day before the fight, I might think Beterbiev is gonna knock him out. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure
Oh yeah, I'm
on the
not
fight.
100%. I'm not. I could change my mind. I need to watch both
I think,
guys
but
back.
Beterbiev should be the favorite. Beterbiev should be the favorite for this fight.
I think Vosic should be favourite.
You think so?
Yeah, because of the Stevenson fight. I think he's fought better
Who?
competition overall.
I think the bookies are gonna probably favor Beterbiev.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I might have a look. If it's on there, it might be on the bookies. Let's have a look.
So someone said the Vodcik has the sharpest and hardest 1-2 in boxing. Not sure about that. I think that's wilder, mate.
I love Vodic's straight right counter. That right hand counter, man. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
shot.
he's got.
It's a beautiful shot.
Do you know what I like about Vodcik? You know when he rolls around the target, like you roll.
Yeah.
Someone throw a hook, you roll underneath and you spin off.
Yeah, he's got beautiful feet.
Yeah, I think he's too. How do you call it? Do you know when most Eastern European fighters are like straight up?
Yeah.
He's got good footwork, but it's like if he had that American stuff, that body. Like for example, when you bend your knees a bit. I don't think he has that. I think he can get caught off on his toes.
Yeah,
Bouncing around.
bookies basically have it at 50-50. So Vosic is a slight favourite. He's 4-5. Beterbiev is evens. So yeah, basically a 50. They're saying it's 50-50.
Yeah. Someone said that. Someone's big up the dream of the endless. He said Vosic moves around too much. 100%. I think he does. I think he moves a bit too much on his toes. I don't think he needs to stay. Because when he sometimes he moves backwards too much, and you can Beterbiev can close the distance quicker. You gotta be educated.
Yeah, Beterbiev actually he's got quick feet, Beterbiev. His feet are deceptively quick. Have you seen how quick he cuts the ring off?
Who?
Beterbiev.
Yeah, I saw in his last fight. The guy had quick feet.
He's got quick feet. His feet are not slow. He's not a slouch.
And also in the exchanges, if you watch the exchanges, he was slipping a lot of. He was moving away from the shots when he was exchanging with Kalajdzic.
Yeah, he looked good against Kalajdzic, I thought.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, he basically beat Marcus Brown, didn't give a decision. Beterbiev smashed him up.
Yeah, do you think the stoppage was early? 2 punches early. I think 2 punches too early.
Yeah, I felt Kaladzic was done, but you know, it was what it was, I guess. Yeah, Beterbiev has
It was
been
that
dropped.
yard. It was that Yarde in the 10th round. Do you know when Kovalev unleashed a combination on him
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the
By
bell
the
was saying,
way, the bell got rang early in that round.
"Yeah, I saw it. I saw it."
I
Yeah,
think it got rang like 5 seconds early. Like that. That's some shady shit. But yeah, man. No, but yeah, a carnival. Yeah, Beterbiev got dropped. I think he's been dropped twice in his career.
yeah. He's been dropped. Callum Johnson and
Jeff Page.
Page. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think Page was a. I think it was flat, like balance.
yeah. He wasn't hurt against Jeff Page. He was hurt
He
against
was hurt. He was
Callum
hurt against
Johnson.
Callum Johnson had the opportunity of a lifetime. Why did he not? I think he got a bit too worried about the power coming back.
Yeah.
But what happened on the ropes was a disgrace. What the referee did on the ropes was an absolute disgrace.
Sorry, in the Beterbiev fight.
Yeah, Callum Johnson's head was through the ropes,
Right.
and then he just got cracked. Did you
Man.
see it?
No,
Oh, it's terrible.
I've not seen it since the day, to be honest with you. Since the day of the fight.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
great.
I heard that someone said Beterbiev beat Usyk in amateurs. Yeah, but that's the amateurs. Amateurs and pros are different.
Yeah. All I'm saying. Listen, man. It's a great
Guys.
fight.
Yeah, guys. Did you guys know Saddam Ali beat Terence Crawford in amateurs?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, who would win now? Like, come on, the amateurs.
Yeah. It's kind of 50-50 from what I've seen. Some people are going Beterbiev, some people are going Usyk. Listen, man. Everything tells me Usyk should win. No, well, everything tells me that I should pick Usyk to win, but something tells me Beterbiev just does the job. I was
That's
super
that.
high on Beterbiev.
Someone's gonna get knocked out in that
Yeah,
fight. I don't think.
it's not going the distance.
No.
When Beterbiev went pro, I was so excited. I was convinced this dude would take over the division. But obviously injuries happened, promotional problems happened.
I think Beterbiev can win a world title at cruiserweight. I honestly do. I
Yeah,
think the
he's
cruiserweight
big.
division. I think the cruiserweight division isn't that great. Right now, after Usyk and Gassiev left, who's that cruiserweight that's the best?
I'd say
Ruiz,
Briedis.
who else? Dorticus, who else?
Briedis,
No one.
Dorticos, Makabu,
It's
Glowatsky.
it's kind of weak if you think about it. It's not as strong as it used to be.
No, it's not. It has got weaker, obviously, with Usyk leaving, Gassiev
And
leaving.
Beterbiev fought Usyk in amateurs and he beat him. I heard.
Yeah, I mean, Beterbiev is I used to rate. Well, I rate the guy
No,
highly. I still
it's
do,
not a
but
weak. It's not a weak. Someone said it's not a weak division, but it's gone weaker since Gassiev and Usyk left. Definitely, it's
yeah,
not as strong as it used to be.
that's the fairest way to put it.
And the prospects like to beat it getting knocked out even makes it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got starched, man. Jesus
Did
Christ.
you think to beat it and Yard similar? Think what or did you think it was gonna be different?
I picked. I got for both. I got the predictions right in both in terms of like the outcome, but
Because yeah, a lot of people said he would end up like another to beat this shoulder roll style. You know?
yeah. The thing is though, Tabiti didn't even come to fight.
Yeah.
Like the guy
I'm
just ran.
surprised because I was I know he's been fighting journeyman, but the way he knocked these, have you seen them clips where to beat him knock people out cold?
Yeah, but
I was surprised.
again,
I thought,
against who though, innit?
yeah, true.
Like he looked pretty. Well, I wouldn't say he looked bad, but he looked average against Steve Cunningham. But man,
Yeah, I fought for the hype as well. I fell for the hype for Sabiti. I don't know why.
Dorticos is just a proper. Not he's not. He's an aggressive dude, man. He really is. He's powerful. He's big. He's got a nice 1-2, good jab, and he's
He
got
throws
better.
punches. Yeah, he wasn't as gung ho as he used to be.
He's
You
got
know?
better since that Gassiev loss, in my opinion.
Yeah. But even in the fight with Masnick, he was trying to knock him out so like relax. You can't knock everyone out when you try to rush him. You know, that's what he tried to do, but it didn't work for him. But
Yeah.
I think he would lose. I think Breeders would win.
Yeah, I think Briedis beats Dorticos, to be honest. I really do.
Yeah, Unrivaled wants to link.
Yeah, hang on. Let's get him in here. Fuck's sake. This StreamYard, needs to. I've not used it that often.
Yeah.
So here we go.
He's not a conventional, a stereotypical Cuban, is he?
Yeah, he's the most anti-Cuban fighter I've ever seen. Like for
him and Robeisy Ramirez as well.
Yeah, Ramirez was terrible.
Bloody hell. You know, I think it cost him if he never had a 6 rounder, because usually these Olympians, like they have 6 rounders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was surprised. But I think he should move down. Can he move down to 122? Wasn't he a flyweight before?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I like about Robeisy Ramirez, did you watch the fight?
Yeah.
I like how he slips and he counters, but he does it too many times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He does a nice slip, but we'll see.
That was that was a shock. That really was a shock. Couldn't believe that when I saw that fight.
I thought I was gonna give it to Ramirez because.
So did I.
How did you score it? Did you have it like every round? I had it draw.
I had it point.
Not a draw. I had the other guy winning, but I meant like a 2-2 each round.
Yeah, but yeah, same. I had it a point to Gonzalez, whatever his name was.
If I'm Robeisy Ramirez, I'm having a 6-rounder rematch.
Yeah. Can't believe he lost that vote. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Did you hear about Amir Mom signing to Top Rank?
Yeah.
What do you think about that move?
I mean, who's he going to fight?
He's moved up to 147, I think.
Can't really see it, man.
I think he's going to be opponents, like a list of opponents for the guys moving up, like a Crawford. It could be when Crawford runs out of opponents, it could be one of them, something like that.
Yeah, just seems like a nothing signing. Like, what's the point?
No way. Someone said, Omnisurge Media said Crawford and Imam is rumored.
Christ. Yo, Besbutin versus Imam. That's a good shout. MB.
Besbutin will smash Imam.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's a good like test, I guess.
Yeah. You know what fight I would like? I would like Jose Benavidez versus Besbutin.
Yeah, I'll take that.
That's a good fight. What happened to Benavidez? He was supposed to fight Colazo. I think he got injured.
Yeah, one of them got injured. I think it was Benavidez. That dude's always getting injured.
You know, if I'm Crawford, I wouldn't fight Besbutin. I know I'll favor Crawford to beat him, but I wouldn't just fight Besbutin. I would fight Kovalev. What's the point of fighting Besbutin? He's an unknown guy. He's a risky, low risk, no reward. I think Crawford will beat him, but he might make him look a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, Crawford will take care of him, Mom. Yeah. Easy.
When you're at the level of a Crawford, you can't have a close fight or a fight where you look shaky. You have to win fights easily. That's like with all these fighters nowadays. You can't have a close fight.
LR Chigga, he says Besbutin versus Van Heerden. That's a good shout.
Oh yeah, that's a good. Van Heerden fought on what show was that? Neverity Undercard.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I'd watch that. It's a good fun fight.
Besbutin was supposed to fight a guy who fought an amateur. What was his name? He was at 7-0, 8-0. I'm not sure. He was supposed to fight Uzbekistan fighter.
Oh, what's the dude's name? Is it the dude who's fighting? What's the dude's name? Barrios. Is it the dude who's fighting Barrios?
I think that's a different one because Barrios. That's the division below.
Oh yeah, Besbutin's welterweight, isn't he? Yeah, that's true. Fuck.
Yeah, I've heard about Abdul Karov. Is he decent? I've never seen him fight. I just when I look on BoxRec, I just see the rankings and he's very high. Never seen a fight.
What division? Sorry.
He's at 147. He's like IBF number mandatory or like number 3 contender, something like that. I've never seen a fight though.
He's got that weird ass spelling on his surname, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him fight. I saw him fight Charles Minucci, I think. But
Any decent? Is he a come forward fighter?
hang on, I want to try and find the dude. Yeah, you're right, official. Yeah. Humble Pie, he says, Beterbiev looks like he was raised in a cave in the Caucasus Mountains. Yeah, he's a bad man.
Someone said Hergovic would beat Joshua, right? No. I disagree. Guys, do you think Joshua is useless? Like, what do you guys think? Like,
I think Hergovic is very good. I'll be honest. I do think he's very good. Or he's got the potential to be very good.
I think he's overrated. I'm going to say it. I think he's a little bit overrated. I don't think he's as good as people say he is.
Hang on. Unrivaled in the chat. Let's get him in. Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News is in.
What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Grand, pal. Grand. What's happening, Hashman? How you doing, bud?
I'm good, bro. How you doing? How's everything?
Everything's fine, man. Everything's fine.
I'll go for a slash.
I heard Ortiz
Alright.
died.
Alright.
I heard Ortiz died, man.
Yeah. Very sad news. Very sad news.
Very sad, man. How old is he?
Yeah, man. If you seen the video, you'd know it made me cry.
Yeah. It was funny, man. That was a good video.
Oh, bro. I lost 10 subs from that shit.
What did the people really think it like?
Oh, yeah, bro. I've got lots of dislikes and everything on that. People think I'm being serious. It's just a bit of comedy.
Yeah. When I saw on notification it said Ortiz, and then when I saw his age, then I was like, oh, he's trolling. When I saw his death, I was like, what? Then I saw the age.
Yeah.
What these comments saying? What do you think about Hergovic?
I think he's a very good fighter. He just needs to have better fights. Like he's not. You can't really gauge him from fighting Mario Herrera or whatever. You know.
He was getting hit a few times.
Yeah, but he can take whatever. He can take that. He can do whatever he wants. He's not trying to box. He's just going in there and doing whatever.
Yeah, true. But I don't think he's as good as people are. A lot of people are hyping him a lot, but I'm not sure. Like,
I mean, I think he's very good.
Yeah. I would like him to step up. I would like him. What would you say a next level opponent would be? Like someone that's top 25.
Like, in all honesty, I wouldn't mind if his next opponent is like. I would like to see him fight Petr Milas in a perfect world. To be honest. That's Croatia versus Croatia. Good prospect. I wouldn't mind if he fought an Eric Molina, even though he's shot. But I reckon Chris Arreola would be a good one. We saw Chris Arreola give Kovnatsky a tough enough fight. He's got some power. He is a chin checker. He's durable. He gives you rounds. So I wouldn't mind Chris Arreola.
Wilder didn't knock him out, Spark, did he? He took a
No, he broke his hand on his head.
Yeah. Arreola was a tough guy.
I like Christian Hammer as well for Hergovic.
Christian Hammer's another good fight.
That's a brilliant fight.
Yeah, there's names out there.
Oh, there's hundreds of names. Like it's just like Gerald Washington was mentioned earlier on my stream.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Like it really just comes down to who you want to see in there. Like, I mean, do you want to see him in there with a prospect? Do you want to see him in there with like a capable guy? What is it like? I
want to see him against someone that can give him a tough fight. Someone that comes to fight. Someone who's gonna try.
Well, I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind if he were to maybe fight Brian Jennings.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
really good shout.
that's a good fight.
Jennings is
guys
on
like
2 back-to-back defeats right now.
I don't think these guys should be babysitted. I think these guys should fight guys that are top highly ranked guys at the stage, and get these guys
David
the first.
Price.
Yeah, David Price isn't even a bad show. I know he's chinny, but like he's just he's destroying people who are British level. Like,
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
recognisable.
he is recognizable. I mean, there's Lucas Rozanski's on a good win right now. He just beat Izu Agano.
Good shout.
guys. Yeah, did you? David Price did it. I think David Price would have done 12 rounds comfortably. He wasn't gassing out.
I think he could have done 60 rounds.
Yeah,
Wait.
Imagine if Price is stamina or everything's gone. Well, his chin is always going to be the issue.
just gonna make a drink.
Yeah, no worries, man. Like, it really just depends what we want to see from Hrgovic. Do we want to see him in a very tough fight right away? Do we want to see him go in and try and go up against the upper tier, like maybe a Chisora? Like, that's a gate crash right in, but it's a high risk, low like fight. Would Chisora take it? I mean, I wouldn't be against him fighting Charles Martin.
Yeah, man. All these guys, I wouldn't. All these
Any of
guys.
these guys, like, there's really good fight. Like, Charles Martin's not a bad fighter at all.
I would like him. I would like him to fight the winner of Mark Hunter versus
Sergey Kuzmin. That's a
Yeah,
very I would like to see that, but that's not going to happen because the winner of like Hunter and Sergey Kuzmin, they're going to be like pushing on for like that world level kind of like top 5 or 10. Like I know Boxrec have Hrgovic ranked highly and stuff, but he's 9-0. And I
yeah,
don't know if they want to risk him against a Michael Hunter because he could lose to Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter's a
yeah.
very good boxer.
He's a very underrated. I think he's one of the most underrated boxers in each weight division.
Very much so. Like he's good. So there's a lot of lads out there.
You know,
There really is. And
I don't
I
want to see
mean,
any more journeyman, man. I'm sick and tired of these low level guys.
well, I know that, but like, there's a fine line of heavyweight between like a journeyman and a
Because
non-journeyman, if you know what I mean. Like Dimitrenko, would he be okay to go in there with him? Would you be all right with Dimitrenko?
nah, man,
But
nah,
like,
man. I think
I
someone
mean,
a
who
bit
would
better.
win, Tom Schwartz or Dimitrenko?
I don't know.
You see, and Tyson Fury fought Tom Schwartz, so a 9-0 prospect fighting Dimitrenko is fine by me. I mean,
But
even
the
in
thing is,
Alex, I wouldn't
yeah,
mind him fighting Alex Leopold, bro. Joseph Parker just fought
I know what you
Leopold.
mean. I know I exactly know what you mean. I know, but he's amateur pedigree, his background. I think he should be fighting better competition, like past. You know what I mean? Like I know no one's a Lomachenko. I don't think he should fight these top guys. I just think he should fight guys that are in and around top 25, top 20. You know what I mean?
Well,
Even
I
top.
think the top 20, top 25 thing is misleading because I think a lot of the top 25 guys aren't even ranked in there. Like, if you look at a guy like Ivan Dichko, like,
Yeah.
he would destroy. Like, who's ranked in the top 25 right now? I'll just look at Ivan Dichko, right? And I'll look at the top 25, right? This is according to BoxRec. Ivan Dichko would starch Thomas Adamek.
Yeah.
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 Wow, Thomas Sadimik's in the top 25.
Why is Marco Huck in the top 25 of heavyweight?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, I, I wouldn't mind seeing Hrgovic versus Joe Joyce. I'd love to see that. That'd be fantastic. But nobody's gonna make that fight happen. What about Oscar Rivas? He's coming off of a loss to Dillian White. Him and
Nah,
Hrgovic.
I think that's a fight too soon. I think one or two fights after.
Yeah.
Like, you see, this is the thing. We need to draw the
Yeah,
line in
that's the level.
between.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's the level. Like, there's
So if Rivas is too high, I think Hunter's too high because I think Hunter's better than Rivas personally. But
yeah,
what about Adji Kaboyel, European champion,
Yeah, that'd
yeah.
be a great fight.
That would be a good fight.
very good boxer, has a win over Derek Chisora. I think he won his last fight out as well, didn't he, Adji Kaboyel? I think he beat
Yeah.
was it Rudenko?
Yeah, he beat Rudenko on points.
He dropped
Is he
Rudenko
undefeated?
too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Is he 20-0, 19-0? What is he?
Caballel's only 19-0, which is so fucking weird to me because this guy's been around since fucking 2011.
The Chisora fight feels like ages ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was only
Has he
2
fight
years
him
ago.
back soon?
Like 2
Has
years
he
ago
fight?
this November.
Yeah,
Hey,
And
I
he's
think
only
Matthew
fought
should.
twice since then. He's only fighting once a year.
it's not. It's yeah. He needs to be more active.
You know, if I was Eddie Hearn or Matchroom, I would just sign all these heavyweights and make a tournament. I would love to do that.
There's been some talk of that happening.
Yeah. But
That
I think there
Matchroom
should be
want to put
more.
on their own
Yeah.
little tournament.
Yeah,
I think there should be
another
more.
name by the way for Hergovich, Demareason.
Ali
I
Aaron
would.
Demirzin, yeah, the dude who fought against the Jack. But the thing about that is he's a prospect, right? He's
Yeah,
got a loss, and he'd be fighting against a guy who a Jagba's already beat. Like either he could put more of a statement down than a Jagba did, or otherwise he.
I know what you
I would
mean.
like to see it because I think Demirzin will give him rounds.
Yeah,
I would also like to see him. I really wouldn't mind seeing him fight Leopold next. To be honest, he'll give him rounds.
Yeah.
yeah. There's names out there, man.
It's just like I don't know whether or not I want to see him fight against Leopold or if I want to see him fight Charles Martin or Jared Washington. Like
Martin, that's a good shout.
I don't really care. I wouldn't even mind seeing him fight Murat Gassiev.
Oh, that'd be
I will line
sick.
them up. I will line them up. Each of the guys you named up, one by one.
That'd be sick. Joey DeWaco.
I'll
Or
take
two-
Joey Deweyko, but like he's gonna beat Joey.
Yeah.
Easy.
Are you at the
I think-
stage now where you want to see him fight like a fight he could potentially lose?
I'd like to see him in a fight where it's like the guy is good enough where if the guy's having a good night, he can give him real problems. And I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
DeWayco can really do that as such. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. McGregor, do you know what I think he should? You know, like Virgil Ortiz when he fought Orozco, a lot of people thought Virgil will win, but it's a step up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's
but
that's what.
Orozco was a really. I was even saying he's going to give him issues. Orozco's a very good fighter, and I'd love to see a fighter out there like that. Like, DeWayco isn't that guy. You know what I mean? He'll
Who do you
give you
think?
a fight
Yeah.
Who do you think's that guy right now?
in the heavyweight division.
Chisora. I think
That's really gonna
Chisora.
give you a fight, a prospect.
Yeah, Chisora.
Chisora can not because Chisora's a step above that because Chisora will knock your head off if you're fucking like he really will. Um,
Yeah,
if he's on his P's and Q's, bro, like you're seeing elite level guys like Dillian White go life and death and lose one of those fights in some people.
yeah. But the
So
thing is, Chisora's a weird character. He doesn't get up for some fights. He just looks ordinary. Like
yeah,
Takam.
to Cam.
yeah,
Oh yeah, absolutely. But can
brilliant.
Eddie Hearn get that fight when they've got that fucking promoter who doesn't want to work with them?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
Is it Yvonne Michelle or no, I might be mistaken.
nah, it's some dude from New York. Do you know who could be that guy who could give him or could give him rounds, a tough fight? In all honesty,
Yeah,
Dominic Brazil.
yeah.
That's a good shout.
But Brazil wouldn't take that fight. No chance.
By the
Brazil,
way,
he's coming off of a loss though.
somehow,
Yeah, he will be.
Samuel
The
Peters.
thing is, when you fight at Brazil, and you just think, wow, knock this guy out in a minute or 2 minutes,
Yeah.
whatever long how long was, it's like, do you really want to fight him? That's what happens when you knock someone out so easily.
Yeah, Samuel Peters ranked 50 on BoxRec somehow.
Yeah, bro.
Sammy-
Mario Heredia is ranked ahead of him. But like,
Heredia, yeah. After the first round or second round, after I saw the second round, I was like, Heredia's got a chin. How he's taking them bombs in the second round?
Yeah.
I'll say this: the guy who most likely could be that guy like an Orozco, who could beat you and give you a very tough fight, but at the same point, like maybe you'll beat him if you're an elite level guy, might genuinely be, in all honesty, Brian Jennings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He can beat. Some people think he beat Joe Joyce.
Nah,
I felt it was very close. I had it a draw, but the point deduction made me score it to Joyce.
Yeah.
Joyce got hurt to the body, man. Phew,
Yep.
he got
Like he
hurt.
ain't a joke. I mean, Romanov's around there. He could give issues to anyone.
I like
Again,
I
Romanov.
like I like Evgeny Romanov. I want to see him hopefully get up in the rankings and keep winning. I don't think he will ever fight Wilder though. That fight won't happen.
LR Chiga with a good shout. Bogdan Dinu.
Yeah.
Bogdan Dinu. Yeah, that's a good fight.
Dinu
Dinu
gave Pulev mad issues, bro. Mad issues.
Yeah,
Jarrell
and
Miller versus Fury.
even in Miller,
And
the
Jarrell.
first round.
He gave Jarrell Miller tough work too.
If Dinu had a chin and heart, he'd be okay.
Yeah.
Bro,
I mean,
Sherman Williams is still active.
bro, it's just for me. It comes down to this, right? There isn't really a guy that's in between a heavyweight. It's either like he's gonna win or he could really lose. Like I think the closest to it might be Chisora or
Yeah.
Jennings, one or the other. But Chisora could take his damn head off. If that guy comes in really raring to go, if he's told, "Hey Derek, you're getting a world title fight if you beat Filip Hergovic at 250 grand," he might collect the rent.
Yeah.
But the way he took out Spilka was crazy. I know. Spilka was shocked, but
Yeah, but not even Spielke. The way he took out Takam.
Yeah, Takan's
no,
got a
but
chin.
the Cam fight was he was losing, he was getting beaten up, and then he
Yeah, but the
clearly.
thing is, Derek's developed a new skill. He's developed punching technique.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He turns over now on his shots.
he doesn't slap as much.
Yeah, because when he was like back in the day when he fought Vitali Fury in the first fight, and even
He
the
got
second
rushed.
fight, even the second Fury fight, like his punch technique was horrible, man. Slappy, sloppy. But these days, he's actually turning over on his shots, landing with the knuckle side of the glove. And
Spilka.
yeah, man.
I know. I think what Spilka was more. Wilder was more brutal. I think Wilder was more brutal, but it was close. Would you guys not say?
That was a beautiful knockout by Chisora. It's so good to watch.
I think Wilder's one was more impressive, but
I liked the setup on Chisora's more though, because he kind of went down to the body. Yeah, he went down to the body.
He froze. Yeah, he froze.
Yeah.
He froze. I'm interested in watching Virgil Ortiz, man. I want to see him fight.
Yeah, hang on. LR Chigga in the chat. Is Lucas Brown still acceptable? I think the
No.
guy's shot to bits.
No way.
Look, I'll say this to you right now. I would rather see Sokolovsky in there right now with Filip Hergovic than I'd rather see Lucas Brown. Because Sokolovsky, in my opinion, actually beat Lucas Brown.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue.
Like, realistically, Dave Allen fucked up Lucas Brown, didn't he?
Yeah.
So you'd rather have Dave Allen in there with Hergovic.
Yeah, imagine. Jesus. Imagine.
You know what?
Who would you rather see Allen in there with, though? Gassiev or Hergovic?
Gassiev.
Yeah.
I'd rather see him in there with Hergovic. I think Gassiev would actually hurt him more. Not because I think Gassiev hits harder, but I think Dave will take way more punishment.
I think height-wise.
Yeah, I think Dave's getting hurt, man. Wherever he fights.
I think the fight with David Price was a mismatch because the height between those two guys, and the only thing the overhand right was his main shot, and that shot David Price could see from a mile away.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder could have seen that shot coming. To be honest.
Yeah, so I don't know why that was stupid, man.
Yeah, David Price was getting behind that jab though, shoulder rolling. He was styling. Jesus.
The inside, he didn't even look bad. You look comfortable up close. You look comfortable.
He did. He looked very comfortable. Took his and any shot that did get through, he took it well. I was glad.
We've named pretty much everybody he could fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ultimately, what we're saying is a step up is required now. I think we can all agree. A step up of some description is required. That's all we're asking for.
Del, have you seen the news about Luis Ortiz?
No. What's the news?
You need to watch it.
No, I'll watch it.
You need to do a live reaction.
No, I can't. I don't know whether this is going to pick up the sound in the background.
Even if it does, it's fine. You won't get copyrighted.
Why have you been trolling?
It's tragic.
Jesus
It
Christ.
was very, very tragic news, man.
Yeah, Marius Wack. He's out there as well.
No, he's not.
He is like a corpse these days. He is like a corpse.
And you know what I don't like? I don't like a guy taking a defeat, knockout loss, and then getting back into the. Nah, man, I don't like that. Do you? Do you guys like that?
No, I'd rather see Bacoli fight him, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Bacole.
People-
That's another name.
What's it? Who's more deluded? Tunde Jai or Billy Nelson? Is it Billy? What's his name again?
Billy
Billy
Nelson.
Nelson.
Who's more deluded?
Sunday Ajoy, we don't need to change anything. That's what he said in a post-fight interview.
Billy Nelson said something like Usyk has more. Bacoli has more skill than Usyk or something.
Well, you know, that's not delusional. That's just he's Scottish, isn't he?
And where's this video? Hang on. The title, man, just got me as soon as I saw it. The title. You upset a few Wilder fanboys by the looks of it.
Yes, I've also lost 10 subscribers.
People can't take a joke these days, man. Jesus.
Is that face up? I don't think that's a face up. Is his real face? I think so. It looks like it.
Can you hear the thing in the background? Or?
No.
Okay. Yeah, he looks no difference in the face app. No difference at all. Fucking hell.
I haven't used that face app before. Have you?
No, I've not used it. I've not done it.
I heard stuff to do with things about that right? Face app.
Bruh. Yeah, people get upset about anything though.
Just enjoy the video.
No contests. Jesus. Oh shit, and heart complications. Jesus. I like it. Lister will be proud. Jesus. Yeah, how can people take that literally though? Honestly. It's a fucking joke.
People are like, oh, this is shit isn't funny. What are you doing? Oh, talking about a guy dying and stuff like that. It's a spoof.
Yo, it's a joke, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, but you know what, man? The degenerate showed up strong, man. More likes than dislikes. The degenerate showed up strong, Del.
Yo, LR Chigger, Austin Trout. He's planning on moving down to 147.
Is he?
No benefit.
Bruv, what's the point?
He'll be drained and he will get beaten up.
Yo, we've got a super chat from IB Queefin. He says he's IB Queefin. That's his name.
Nice.
And he or she comments. She comments. I'm going to say, I've got a noisy rear end. Nice. Fuck's sake. That's hilarious. Thank you very much for the support, though. Peace. Thank you very much. Yeah, Trout is shot, Hashman, 100%.
Absolute shot.
That's my most disliked video, by the way.
He got hits, though.
Oh yeah, man. In the analytics, it's got 800.
There you go.
But like 10 subscribers lost, mate.
It's all about the likes. No, it's about the interactions, likes and dislikes. They basically mean the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. So if somebody dislikes your video,
weren't you 15 subscribers away from 2,000 earlier? Now you're 29.
so it's weird.
Maybe I didn't actually lose subscribers. Maybe it was just the YouTube update fucking up.
Yeah, YouTube does do that. It does update and it kills. It basically takes off dead subscribers or like accounts that are not being used. So maybe that was it, but yeah. Where was I anyway? Fuck's sake. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, I saw the video, Shepard. I liked it. I like the lit up. Suddenly, Lister will be proud. Jesus.
You see, my favorite line in this is, "I will remember him from such no contest as Latif Coyote." It's a banger.
Latif Coyote.
MB says, I think it's great that Michelle Joy Phelps takes the time to come on, drop a super chat like that. 100%. 100%.
Do you think Ortiz is the most overrated heavyweight?
No.
I think he got overrated by some, but he's a good fight. Well, he was a good fighter at a certain point.
His prime was in the 90s, so we never saw his prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be fair, like in 1990, like if that's his real age, he would have been 11, bro, in the 90s.
Yeah, he was very good against Bryant Jennings. That was a very good performance.
I think I saw a video of an early clip of Ortiz in 99 or something. He looked like an old man. I don't know. I think I've seen a clip around.
That couldn't be a clip of him. Like he didn't debut till 2010, mate. But like the thing about which is already late, he was already 31 on debut. But like I remember him fighting against Monty Barry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He took Barrett's fucking neck off, bro. He can bang. Always good. He was always a decent fighter. It's just like, is he overrated? I don't think he's the most overrated heavyweight. I think there's more heavyweights out there who are way more overrated than him.
It's just when I always hear he will beat Fury, he will beat these guys, blah blah blah. I'm like,
yeah, well, that's just idiots. Like, realistically, is he overrated by some? Yeah, by others, I think he's underrated. Because some people say, he's just no man, he's shit, he can't do this, he can't do that. Bro, I'm just gonna say this right now, right? Luis Ortiz, right now, right, would be, in my opinion, would be Dominic Brazil. I think he'd beat Christian Hammer. I think he'd beat.
Yeah.
He already beat Christian Hammer. I think he'd beat Washington. I think he'd beat Martin. I think. He's good.
Yeah.
He's not bad. He's not as bad as people say.
I also think he'd beat Carlos Takam.
That's a good fight.
I'd like to see him fight against Derek Chisora, to be honest.
Is he a top 5? Is he a top 5 heavyweight right now?
In my opinion, no. How can you be? Like, you've Andy Ruiz, Wilder, Joshua, Tyson Fury, Povetkin, and White.
Yeah, the fight I want is Povetkin Ortiz. Two old boys.
Go.
Let's get it.
They're the same age, hypothetically.
Wilder, I think Wilder will do a very easy job in a rematch. I think he knows what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really just Deontay Wilder fanboys who make Ortiz out to be like some all-time great.
Yeah. And a lot of people, I know Joshua lost Ruiz, but guys, they say any heavyweight or prospect will beat Joshua right now. Like, Hergovich wouldn't beat Joshua right now. He wouldn't. I don't think so. No. Joshua doesn't really struggle those type of opponents.
I mean, I think we should give Hergovich a few more fights before we start putting him in there with Joshua.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. By the way, Hashman, how do you see the Joshua rematch right now? Like, how are you feeling? What do you feel about it? How do you think it's going to
You
go?
know what? Joshua just needs to be composed, and he needs to follow a good game plan and not be reckless. If Joshua's reckless again, he's getting knocked out. If he's patient and he needs to have a solid jab,
Yeah,
stick your jab. Watch videos of Kovalev all night. Watch 100 videos of Kovalev. Just stick your jab. Control the space. Don't back off too much, and just be dominant, and the knockout will come, and just box. Don't force anything. I think Joshua can win this fight. I know a lot of people think Joshua's gonna get knocked out, but I think if he's smart, he will win this fight. He's stupid.
yeah.
It won't.
I think he needs. I think he needs to watch Lennox Lewis versus David Tua.
Hey, man. I know a lot of people think Andrew Ruiz will knock him out, but I think Joshua will win, man. I think Joshua will beat him.
Yeah, he needs to just get. He needs to keep
Just
it to
be
range.
smart, man.
Yeah,
Put your hands up. Stop dropping your hand like you're Floyd. Like
yeah. That low left, man.
you're not George Groves. Like relax.
Thing is, like the low left is all good if you've got the reflexes to pull it off, because the jab from a low position it is kind of blinding and it's hard to see coming. But like Joshua doesn't have the ability to do that. If I'm being
But the
honest.
thing is, what people really forget is Floyd Mayweather doesn't always have like a low left hand. He's always in different positions. Like he's got high guard. He gets into a finisher. You know what I mean? He changes.
Yeah, he does.
Like Yarde's just starting with the low left hand from round one, first 5 seconds of the fight.
Yeah, I think you're right though. Joshua just needs to box a safety first, boring fight, in my
I
opinion.
don't care if it's boring. If it's boring for the fans, but listen. This fight depends on your future. If you get your belts back safely, and then when you fight Wilder or Fury, then you can go back. You know what I mean? But just be smart.
Yeah,
You know what I think? I'll be honest. Do you know when Kovalev fought Yarde?
yeah,
I know this might sound controversial, but I think Kovalev showed more heart is because he probably fought Canelo payday. I'm not sure. I might be wrong, but I think he had more. You know what I mean?
more
You
incentive. Yeah,
you know, because he said if I can't fuck this up, like the Canelo money is around the corner. I have to fucking dig deep. Well, I might be wrong.
yeah. Joshua's. I know we're talking about Joshua boxing from range. I agree. That's the thing he needs to do. But like the thing with Joshua, his right hand, he always falls into it. Like he doesn't get full extension into the right hand, and like
I'm not gonna lie. I think Joshua's kind of good at blocking hooks.
yeah,
Do you guys think so? Like when he blocks hooks, he checks the hooks nicely. It's just the straight punches. He just has.
yeah, man. Joshua needs to make adjustments. I think people know what he needs to do. It's whether he can do it. Number one, whether he can make the adjustments to his skill set. Oh, and like his gas tank, can he box that way for 12 rounds? Does he have the discipline to do it in terms of like not getting stuck in, not getting involved in a tear up? Does he have a discipline for it? It's interesting.
I think he does. I think he will be more disciplined because I think he had a bit of arrogance in the first fight. I think he underestimated Ruiz, and I think if he had the same mentality against Parker, I think he would have won. You know how the Parker fight didn't really take that much risks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was defensively. Was he defensively bad? I can't really remember the fight. What would you think?
He's okay.
Defensively,
The referee kind of
yeah, the inside.
didn't allow inside work at all, so it's kind of hard to say. But on the outsides, Joshua kind of controlled it fairly well.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do with Ruiz. Listen, if he hurts Ruiz, take your time. Don't rush. That's the worst thing you have to do. Listen, I'll be honest. If that was anyone, okay, cool. I might be wrong, but if that was someone else, except from Ruiz, I think he would have knocked him out. You know when he hurt him?
Yeah.
I think he would have ended a lot of guys. I just think He was throwing hooks with Ruiz, and Ruiz was ducking under the hooks and coming on top.
That's the thing, though. Like in the rematch, if Joshua hurts Ruiz again, he's going to be in an awkward position because, like, do you go and finish him, make the same mistake you made first time? Do you let him off a hook and then lose the fight late on? Like, that's a weird position to be in, man.
You know what he should do? I think he should. You know when he threw the right hand and that rocked like the second one when he dropped him, and then he threw a massive right hand. Then Ruiz was still hurt. Just step back, bang, right hand again, and look for just place the shots. Don't. He was throwing wild uppercut, left hook, and he was missing. He got hit with a left hook. The first one was okay. The second one, the top of the head, just and that was it.
Yeah, Ruiz, man. Like, I mean, Joshua can't afford to stand and trade.
For some reason, I'm not that nervous for this fight. I actually think Joshua can win this fight, like, comfortably.
Yeah, he can't hold his feet, though. I don't think he can hold his feet.
He just needs to be more assertive and be more confident. But it's easier said than done.
Yeah, he should ignore the knockout, like LR Chigga said. I agree.
What worried me about the fight was the way Ruiz was adjusting to different things. You know when Ruiz was jabbing the body, then came up top, jabbing the body, left hook. He was changing. Joshua kept doing the same thing.
Yeah, and even the round before he got the stoppage, like he made an adjustment. He just went for the body more, like on a more consistent basis, like the straight right to the body in round 6. I want to say.
Yeah,
that was the shot I think that finished Joshua. By the way, that straight right to the body in round 6, like it's just sucked the wind out of that dude. Like, honestly, and I think that's what led to the stoppage.
What fight would you say Joshua's most neatest defensive fight was? A neat defense, tight guard, nice comeback. I think he's gone not worse. I think he's plateaued. I don't think he's gone better. I think he's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you could say Parker, but like you say, I mean, Parker wasn't really allowed to work up close.
Prior the Klitschko fight, he was more what would you call it? More dominant.
Textbook. He was just like
more textbook, and the way Joshua would not allow anyone step forward. He would back him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't be on a back foot.
Yeah, he needs to stop that low left.
Molina, Dillian White, Dominic Brazil. He was the other one before that. Charles Martin. He backed them guys up. He didn't run around. He didn't have and then as soon as Klitschko landed on bombs on his chin, he just changed.
Do you think a Klitschko fight was mentally?
Yeah, mentally. I think mentally that Klitschko fight has changed the way he fights.
Yeah, you're not the first I've heard say that, to be honest. Yeah.
No, but it's a routine. It's a routine. I would say he's a fact, but people have his opinion at the end of the day. But listen, every fight after the Klitschko fight, he hasn't been dominant. He hasn't stepped pulled back. He's always been you know what I mean? Every fight.
Yeah.
Povetkin first. Povetkin fight. Parker fight. Takam fight was not that great.
No, you're right. You know.
The Povetkin fight wasn't that. He wasn't doing well until the 5th round when Povetkin starts slowing down.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, man.
But now I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm glad it's finally on. Yeah, I like it when fights. I like it when fights have like loads on the line. So like basically Joshua's career's on the line. I like fights like that. I like fights with like high stakes.
This is like, I know this is a bit different, but this is like Kovalev versus Alvarez 1.
Or 2, yeah. The rematch.
The first fight. You know how Kovalev hurt Alvarez and then he tried to knock him out.
Yeah.
He got a bit tired and then he was landing shots and then he got knocked out.
Yeah.
It's similar. We'll see though.
We'll see in the rematch. You're right though. Like Joshua needs to be looking at guys like Kovalev. He needs to be looking at that Alvarez fight, for example. How Kovalev adjusted, what he did.
And it's not like sometimes you watch a smaller fighter like Like light heavyweight, I know light heavyweight is smaller than heavyweight, but it's not like he's a fast twitchy guy with athletic ability. Kovalev, like crazy amount. No, Kovalev is textbook. The way he uses the jab, but I wouldn't tell Joshua to drop his hand. Like you see how Kovalev drops his left.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell Joshua to do that.
No, high guard for Joshua all the time.
My God, I like how he throws the left hook. You know when someone said when he throws a jab and he turns into a left hook.
Yeah.
That was, but Ruiz has a good chin, man.
Oh yeah, Ruiz's chin is proven. Like he took some good shots off Joseph Parker as well. He's got a good chin, man.
Yeah, man. Maybe he just has an iron jaw and he needs to just box.
Yeah. But anyway, boys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. You know, we've been going for nearly 3 hours.
Yeah, nice one, man.
So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Thank you to the chat for commenting, for showing out. Thank you to the super chat as well. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Peace.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
I have been abandoned, boys. But what Dell doesn't realize is he didn't end the broadcast. He just left the studio. Because he's a genius. So it's